Yeah. Is it the help? Is that the help?
Did you just make that up?
No, that's the help.
No,
Mike's
this was chocolate cake. They say the scene
It was a
alone
punishment.
caused 10% increase in chocolate cake sales nationwide.
So that's probably not it.
That's the help.
What happened to Matilda?
She didn't eat no poop?
No, this is a kids movie.
That's what I'm looking at.
It's got okay. So
I'd put that in a kid's movie.
What? You know what's crazy, man? One of those natures, David Attenborough, one of those things, and they're showing the watering hole at night. All right, and so the one time, all these natural enemies and all this kind of thing. When they're at the watering hole, it's kind of agreed. Not so much the hippos or the crocs, but they're like, look, no one's going to F with each other. We're all here for a reason. So there's like gazelles next to lions, and everyone's just drinking. And then the elephants roll up. They're directly next to the lions. And you can't believe this because it's just agreed. Hey, man, at the watering hole, we don't do this. But the baby elephant, the calf, is wrestling with the lion cub. And Mama and Papa from both sides are watching. But he was explaining that the parents let them do this because they're both learning how to fight each other. So they're like, you'll see the cub messing around with the calf, and like everyone has an eye on him, but it's just kind of like both sides kind of agree, like, yeah, they need to learn this because like 10 years from now, we're throwing down. I was like,
Have you seen
that's
the video
unreal.
of the river crocodile that's on the side of the water, and a hippo comes out, big old hippo.
All right.
Doesn't realize the crocodile's there, and just lays on its side, plops right on top of the crocodile, and the crocodile is just like doesn't try to bite him or anything, just starts screaming.
No.
Like, get the off me.
Oh, sorry,
You
bud. I
fat
didn't see them. Ryan Gosling, or as Ted would say, goddamn good-looking Ryan Gosling. He claims to have turned down the opportunity to join what boy band?
NSYNC.
Backstreet.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Really?
Because he's down there in Orlando. He was on the Mickey Mouse Club with with Timberlake and Britney.
Now, I did not see the Barbie movie, but I guess the big thing is he sings what? I'm just Ken or some crap like that.
Yeah.
It's I'm just a kid.
I'm just a kid. But does he sing well? Like I've heard snippets of it.
It's not bad.
And I'm like, it's not
it's not bad.
bad.
He's not a singer, so it's not bad.
But that's what I mean. If you're going to join the Backstreet Boys, you just would figure you would sing better. He doesn't sing poorly. He's kind of like, he's not tone deaf, but he's still singing karaoke. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's the vibe I got.
Usually the boy bands, they can all sing. There's usually one or two that are really good. Another guy's kind of fill in the harmony.
Unless it's a black boy band, in which case the important guys have got, comes like this, man. Does little spoken word, girl. You know it's true. I love you so much. Go ahead, do it, Ted.
I mean, you're right. I think that's part of every Boyz II Men song.
Yeah, the song. Hey, girl. You know it's true. Lay down on my bare skin rug.
I want you back.
I never should have treated you that way, girl. All right. Your question.
You need one guy to do the high note.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry about White Jackie.
What two SNL alumni were the weekend update anchors before the current weekend update anchors of Colin Jost and Michael Che?
Could you repeat that once for me?
Dear God, man, you stoner. What two SNL alums were the weekend update anchors before Colin Jost and Michael Che?
Last one I remember was Dennis Miller, and I know that's not it. So.
Wow. Back to 1984 for you.
All right.
Tina
Seth?
Fey and Amy Poehler.
Nope.
Seth and Tina?
Seth and
Amy Poehler?
Cecily Strong.
Oh.
She replaced Amy Poehler.
Okay.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I
I'm like,
completely
I know
bugged that.
this. And I'm like, I am wrong.
Oh, geez, the Sirens of the Sea.
Oh, yeah, that'll
manatees.
draw you. Manatees.
Now, my only thing
Mermaids.
with that is, right, the mermaid, they're like, well, they probably saw manatees. Now, to your point about El Dorado, how long have you been on a boat when you look at a manatee and say, I'm jumping in the ocean for that hot chick?
Yeah.
It's
Man,
a manatee.
You're talking to a guy from Enumclaw, okay? Eventually you hit a point.
Where did Mike go?
Especially the pirates and stuff, man. You've been on a boat with just dudes.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Even a manatee will do.
I mean, it's close enough.
That fat water bitch is looking pretty good.
Guys laid out.
Oops, wrong movie. My bad, kids.
Sorry.
No, what happened?
She's been listening since she was 2.
No, there's a terrible, terrible woman. There is a woman who's a complete bitch in the movie Miles the Trenchful. But she has this big old cake. And there's this kid that's a little bit on the portlier side who sneaks a bite of the cake. Husky, thank you. Sneaks a bite of the cake. And then the punishment is that, I don't know if it's a school. I don't know what it is. But all the kids have to stand there and line up and wait for this one kid that took the bite. They put them out there right in front of everybody and make them eat the entire cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no one pooped in the cake.
It was the help after she eats and she goes, eat my ass.
Right.
Well, that's the help. I told you the movie's called Matilda.
I know. I just, for whatever reason, I got him confused.
What are the southern lights called?
Aurora Uranus.
Aurora Uranus.
Truck lights.
Any guess?
No.
Aurora Borealis?
Sorry ass.
Aurora Australis. Aurora Australis.
No rules.
Why do we call ours Borealis?
Because we're boring. I don't know. Like, Australis makes sense. Like, all right, you're in Australia.
Yeah.
Where's Bori? No.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Greenland.
Greenland. There you go. All right, your question. The Virgin Islands are located in what ocean?
Indian.
Atlantic.
Atlantic, yes.
I know, because I am a virgin.
Yes.
What's in between those? Like Africa?
Yeah, no.
Kind of a big continent.
A lot of people start with pens.
You mean like ink pens?
No, like the bowling.
Oh, the bowling
miniature
pin. Yeah, the batons.
Yeah.
Man, I've tried that. I can't get into the swing of that. I don't know why. I used to piss my mom off, and I would juggle her perfume bottles, right? And she's always like, they're expensive. And I'm like, you got to stop yelling at me. You can make me nervous. I'm going to drop them. So she never knew what to do. I would do it for like 5 minutes straight. If you drop one of those, I'm like, stop talking to me. You're making me nervous.
The only thing I can kind of do like that is my brother, when he worked at Fridays back in the day, they had those competitions for the bartenders.
Oh,
So I learned with bottles, if you tape up around the bottle, you can learn to spin them and flip them, and they're less likely to break.
Okay. Yeah.
So like he would sit around the house doing it, so I just started doing it.
How did he do in the competitions?
I want to say one year, maybe him and his buddy made it to like the next round.
Really? So
it's like you got to be I don't know if they do it anymore. Like this is 25 years ago. But it was like you had to be the best at your Friday so then you could go to like the regional round.
All right. That's kind of cool. Why not, man?
If you're a chicken at the bar and a guy starts doing that, are you like, oh no, this guy? Or are you like, that's hot?
I think it depends entirely what the bartender looks like.
Okay.
I love a bar trick.
I mean, dude, if you can do it, I'm like, cool.
Dude, I got a beer and a shot at Austin. It's like midnight, and the guy goes, "You want to see a trick?" And I go, "Yeah." And he holds up his arm, and it's like the bottle opener, but it's tattooed. And he just put his forearm on it and opened it.
You gotta be kidding me.
And I went, man, I kind of like it.
Yeah. Extra tip, brother.
Right, exactly. I think it worked.
And now, the Men's Room legacy continues. Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,428. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. And you, are in the Men's Room. On tap today, we celebrate National Drummer Day. On a Bad Choice Friday, the return of Ted versus the FCC, plus headlines, a Men's Room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack.
Drink that Ted drunk.
All right, here we go. Virginia police wonder how 9 criminals all packed into that teeny tiny car. Meanwhile, a baby alligator is rescued from a Boston river, which is truly bizarre. Turns out a captain for a Lithuanian airline wasn't really a pilot at all.
Ooh.
In Texas, TikTokers video themselves doing a urination crawl. And a massage parlor in Texas busted giving customers a hand. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, maybe you knew this, maybe you didn't. Japan, country of Japan, has a fairly new prime minister. And apparently, she only sleeps about 2 hours a night. And normally, that would just be her problem. Normally. But seems like her direct employees, they're not fans because she decided to call them all to the office to prepare for a budget meeting at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, to put it mildly, this caused a, as they say, stir. But now that they know what's going down, they know that they work for a lunatic. But apparently, this is what she does. She doesn't sleep, so you're not going to either. But look, lunatic or not, there's always a bigger lunatic. 6 years ago, a tech CEO was murdered. Why do we bring it up now? Well, the trials are going on now, not for the murderer, but for the murderers, because apparently several people were involved, all of them former employees. Now, among the numerous other issues, one thing that the CEO did was make employees do push-ups to get their paychecks. All right, you have done your obligation for work, but to physically get your paycheck, you had to do push-ups. 500 push-ups. It turns out that does not inspire, quote-unquote, good vibes among your employees. But who would have guessed? Now, sure, these are extreme examples, but we've all been in a work-related situation where the demands of the boss or a coworker or the clients, it has us questioning why we do what we do in the first place. At Target, for example, this is a new one. Turns out that if a customer gets within 4 feet of a Target employee, that employee must smile at you. They must smile at you if you get within 4 feet. Now, if you're only 10 feet away, they have to at least make eye contact or wave to you. Just keep that in mind next time you go to Target, whether you plan on talking to them or not.
Where's that smile at?
Yeah, where's your smile? Come on, man. I'm within 4 feet. You better give me a goddamn smile. And like we learned yesterday, if you work at Disney and someone asks for directions, which is probably the most common question you're going to get at the park, you can point in the direction, but you can't point with one finger. You got to point with the whole hand. Not the biggest deal in the world, but I guarantee you somebody forgot, and somebody probably lost their job, but that's what it is to work at Disney. But today, we're talking about all those weird things that happen at work. I mean, it could be good, it's probably bad, but either way, it is freaking ridiculous. So think about it. If you're a cop, it ain't like the TV shows. You're dealing with some naked guy that you need to tase. If you're a firefighter, you're probably not putting out a fire, but you got to deal with something stupid. If you work in the medical profession, well, patients aren't awesome all the time. So today, our question is, what is the most ridiculous situation you've had to deal with at work?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock. What a large and charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The head chef is back in the house.
Yeah.
Ted's Meat and Potatoes goes to the movies today.
Let's go
Yeah.
to the movies.
16 most famous food scenes in movies.
Food scenes.
Correct.
Does this include porn or just standard movies?
Just standard movies.
Okay.
But you can still put your penis in a pie, right?
Yeah.
Is that on there?
That's gotta be, dude.
Yeah, American Pie did not make the list.
Really?
Took me a second to realize what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Well, this is more people eating food,
Okay. Fair.
not doing
Well, somebody
stuff
still
with
ate that pie, I bet. They didn't know.
Didn't they get it from Costco, I believe?
Maybe so.
I think they did.
Harry
Like the
met when
movie
Harry
pre-
met Sally.
food. See? Now you're thinking correctly.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
There's a couple classics in there.
She faked an orgasm where he actually placed his penis in the pie. Come on, Miles.
Right. And there's a couple in there that we will know and love. I don't know if Mike will know the movies because they're a
All
little
right.
bit older, but yeah, just classic scenes. Some are children's movies, some are just uncomfortable scenes.
Okay.
But they involve the food
trying to
is a
think.
very important part.
Yeah.
I don't go through like food.
Christmas Vacation, they try to cut into the turkey and it goes
Yeah.
crumbles and all crunching on
So
the...
Christmas Vacation, not on the list, but in that same realm,
We are terrible at this.
they're, a very funny movie that has a very famous food scene.
Okay.
Hamburger Helper?
Now, none of the vacation movies.
All right,
Think more of like a giant
We're
piece
bad
of,
at it.
not a
No.
piece of meat.
A giant piece of meat.
Yeah. Or maybe Dogs in Love.
Oh, the
Oh, God.
sucking the noodle. That came out
Sucking the
very.
noodle.
Jesus Christ! I could not
You
think
guys
of the
seem a little
movie.
round up
That's the
today.
name. Disney's original name.
Sucking the noodle.
Sucking the noodle.
You ever see a dog sucking noodle?
Test audiences said, what?
Sucking on a noodle. Yeah. Pool noodle.
Or a chili dog. Still makes no
Yeah,
sense.
but so these are very famous scenes. Like I said, some of them are funny, some are kids' movies, some are just comedies. That the scene is very iconic, and then there's one from a movie I love, but the scene is just terribly uncomfortable, but it involves food.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Head Chef coming up at 4:30. Also, if you happen to miss our announcement yesterday, Men's Room Holidays Holiday Porter is back with notes of rum, chocolate, vanilla, orange peel, and holiday spirits.
beer.
Inspired by Grandma's rum balls.
How about that? Why wouldn't it be Grandpa's? saying.
It's Grandma's rum balls. Yeah.
Because Grandma makes the sweet stuff, Granddad cooks the turkey. And
I'm
the
just saying,
ham.
what if Grandpa made the balls? Would it be Grandpa's?
Yeah. Only on draft, of course, a portion of the net proceeds benefit our friends at the 3 Fisher House locations. So we'll let you know some of those locations where you can find it on tap. Eventually, we'll get the full list up there for you at KISW.com. Today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We'll spin a category wheel. You are either on Team Sober or Team Not Sober. And so far, our biggest dummies, Danny and Melody. It took 11 questions to get one right. And as we do when we play Big Dummy, we like to do a little poll. The last time we asked you if you could get something free for life, what would you get? As there has been a spike
Herpacil.
in old-fashioned food, so to speak.
Right.
In
Cheap.
other words, the stuff we used to buy when we didn't have any money.
Correct.
But it's making a resurgence, and I think we all know why. So, your choices: frozen burritos, TV dinners, canned soup, hamburger helper. Here's how the voting went down. Coming in at fourth place, free for life, 15% said, I'll take the hamburger helper.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. I thought that would do better. With all the different
I
flavors.
think it has to do with more of preparation.
Yeah,
As
fair
far
enough.
as convenience goes. You know, like if you're going to make something,
Right. It's not instant. It's not quick.
you got to put it in a pan, you got to make the
I
hamburger.
will say, hamburger helper's pretty easy to make, though.
Yeah, it's not
I
complicated.
mean, you just
is.
got to
It is.
brown the meat, drain it, put the stuff in there, and cover it up.
See, my money says don't drain it.
Don't drain it.
Don't drain it. Leave the grease in. It's
Nah.
hamburger helper. You need all the help you can get. Seriously.
Yeah, but sometimes it makes an extra layer of grease that's just unnecessary.
Okay.
It makes enough grease on its own. dude.
Unnecessary grease.
18% of the vote. Third place, canned soup. People love their soup, and
Again, people had very strong opinions about their soup choices last
the variety is strong.
You know, I told Mike over the weekend, I bought one of those pre-made soups at the grocery stores, like a shrimp and corn chowder.
Is it in a can or bag?
It was in a plastic container.
Okay.
So deli style.
Yeah, but it was delicious.
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, I like soup.
Grocery store near us.
Yeah.
All right.
The inventor of the frozen burrito just passed on, so frozen burritos came in second place, 31%. Overwhelmingly, you said TV dinners, 36%. Now I follow this dumbass group on Reddit, right?
Okay.
And basically all they do is they take a picture of the box, and then they take a picture sometimes of the nutritional ingredients. The final picture typically is the finished product.
Right.
It is amazing what you see when you see the front of some of these TV dinners comparatively to what the picture looks like to what you
Versus
get,
what you get,
What
yeah.
you get at the end of the dinner. I mean, sometimes it's like, you know what? That looks pretty. Trader Joe's. They have
Yeah.
some pretty good
Sure,
looking TV
they
dinners.
nail most of their stuff.
Yeah.
though.
Some of the brands are like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, that's sad. Like, you know, like you put it in
Does
the
it
oven.
say on the box like it's not going to look like this?
I just can't imagine if I look down and I realized that was my dinner for tonight. And I like TV dinners. There are a lot of very good ones. On the flip side, there are a lot of really bad ones.
Yes, there are.
And I'm learning this just from watching these posts that come up. And I mean, you would just look at some things and just go like, what have I done with my life?
Right. What has gone wrong?
It looks so good. There was a steak on the front, and now this is unbelievable.
That is not steak. That's just meat.
Yeah, they've got one that's just basically the inner workings of a McRib.
Oh.
It's like a barbecued pork steak with mashed potatoes and corn.
How bad
But
do
it
you
has
think
the
that is?
ridges in it, just like a McRib.
That's what makes me uncomfortable. Like, look, man, just call it the McRib. Don't try to make it look like ribs. Somehow,
Yeah.
I just find that.
Well,
because
they're
of nothing
riblets,
else.
right?
But we don't eat the bones, so you don't need
Yeah.
to act like it has bones.
Here's what
you
I've
know?
learned. Here's what I've learned. Typically, if you're buying a frozen meal, if you buy anything Asian, noodles, rice, any of that stuff, it's pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Italian the same way. Lasagna, baked
it's easy
ziti,
stuff, yeah.
All those things, they're not too far
It's
off
when
from what
you
you
go
see.
to meat is when it seems to kind of go sideways.
Or multiple items in one TV dinner. So
Wait a
where you
minute.
have like a brownie, you have corn, you have different sectioned off things,
Right.
that are all getting cooked at once, and then you look at that thing and you're like, man, this, yeah. This week on the poll, we are inspired by one French student, Oscar Delate. Oscar Delate. He covered more than 93 miles total with his bicycle wheel up.
He did a wheelie for 93 miles.
Well, a little caveat there. The student has shattered a world record by riding the bike wheelie for more than 93 miles, not once letting the front wheel touch the ground. He's a 19-year-old engineering student. He pulled off the feat over 6 hours and 31 minutes on an indoor track in the French spa town of Vitel. He completed 752 continuous laps and smashed the previous record by more than 43 miles.
Damn.
Why endure such a challenge, you might ask? The answer is simple. He says, because it's fun. He admits
Is there any other reason that you do a wheelie?
he does admit that his gooch and butt were painful for a week afterward. And while it might seem like an odd pursuit, he's no stranger to wheelie records. He already owned the titles for the longest one-handed wheelie and the longest continuous wheelie without the front wheel. Though he notes the latter is a bit easier since there's less weight to lift up.
Sure.
As far as your balance goes.
Does that not count as a unicycle?
Well, I mean, it's still the bike, you know.
I mean, it's one-wheeled. For his latest and most high-profile mark, he trained for more than a year, 10 to 15 hours a week. His record-breaking setup was quite typical. A Rose commuter bike with a flat bar and slick 50-millimeter wide tires. The only modification was adjusting the seat so he could sit down and see it done to the record.
Yeah.
But he did wear a camera strap to his chest just to prove it really happened. He did not wear any fancy cycling shoes, people. He did not clip in. He wore Nike basketball high tops.
That sounds about right.
Over the 6.5 hours, he averaged a speed of 14 miles an hour.
Damn.
And they say that's rather remarkable.
It is. That's crazy, man.
So we're going to be inspired by this guy popping a wheel.
Could you
Now,
pull wheelies on your bike, man? And sustain them for any amount of time? I could never freaking do it. It pissed me off.
No.
My buddy Brad, he did it all the time. So like 4 of you riding your bike. Like Brad would just ride on one wheel. He's not going to break that record, but he'd ride on one wheel. I would try. It never worked. The other two guys, they could make it maybe 40 yards or so.
Have you guys seen the stunt guys that kind of like dip in and out of traffic with one wheel?
Yeah.
Almost hit people and then veer off to the last second.
Well, look, I never did wheelies, but like doing wheelies up and down the street and kind of in the hood was a big deal.
Yes.
So when I was a janitor, like I'm the white guy on that crew. And one night we were playing cards, which we played cards at lunch. And these guys were all in their 40s. I was like 19.
All right.
And they got into an argument over who could do the best wheelie. And on Friday, they brought in their bikes. We all finished up as quick as we could. And they had like wheelie contest in the garage.
Look, there's high school kids in Baltimore. Now, granted, they have dirt bikes.
Right.
So the front's not as heavy as a street bike.
But that's all they do.
But, they ride together in groups, and they just ride all over town, and they pop a wheelie 80% of the time and ride.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, that's just what they do.
Yeah.
But if you have a street bike,
12 o'clock boys.
it's very heavy in the front. And I've had people pass me on, like, Yamahas or Hondas or Kawasaki street bikes on I-5 that go by me doing a wheelie.
Yeah.
And they're still doing a wheelie when they're out of my vision.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, you can either do one or you can't.
I don't know that that's the safest thing, but
Well, it's not.
I've been the passenger on I-5. One of those guys passed us, and he got back up to him, like rolled up the window. It was just right. He was like,
99.9 KISW.
Oh, but y'all, away we go. Welcome to the 20th anniversary season, episode number 4,428. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. The exciting return of Ted versus the FCC. Ted, believe it or not, Steve and I stayed up late last night again.
Super late, man. Yes.
Thursday night game.
It's
Jets,
what we do.
Jets, Pats. I mean, the party just continues after
Then went to
that.
the Kraken for a while. Good win.
Yep. I did the same thing, but you guys kept going.
Right.
Yeah, I kept going because we got work to do, Ted. It's all about Ted versus the FCC Thursday nights. What we do. After we sing to the orphan puppies.
Whatever we did, whatever that stuff was, we were out raking wet leaves, trying to get some yard work done. Before
Were you guys doing the pink Coke, or what do they call that now?
I don't know that it was Coke, but it was pink, yes.
Yeah. It's a bunch of stuff in there, guys. It's dangerous.
We actually forgot that 3 weeks ago we did a Ted versus the FCC, and you missed it. And I don't know if it was a week off that we had on a Friday. Maybe you were out of town, whatever. We got a little confused. So we are bringing back the latest Ted versus the FCC that you missed on.
Oh, all right. Did I miss it, or I get it wrong?
Well, you got it wrong. Yeah. I mean,
All right, and then I was out of town. Right, I
And then I totally forgot, and I brought in another one. You
Because
nailed
of the
that
pink
one.
stuff we're doing.
So I was like, hey, Mike, does it seem familiar to you that he didn't ever do this one a second time? He's like, yep.
And then Mike informed you that I should do it again, even though I
That's correct.
I suck at it.
So when we go back in time,
Good looking out, Mike.
We'll go back
I
in time,
told
you
him
blew it.
not to. I tried to play the good producer card and say, no, my man needs to have a winning record by the end of this, Miles. We cannot load this deck.
That's right. So Ted versus the FCC coming up here for you at 4:30. What else do we have? Oh, yes, we will drink and toast with the shot of the day coming up into the weekend. Then as soon as I pull this thing up, we'll be able to say it's Bad Choice Friday. There we go, right there.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
We were actually made aware that tomorrow is National Drummer Day. Mm-hmm. The only person that gives a flying F about National Drummer Day, Ryan Castle.
Mm-hmm. Although he did point out, because tomorrow is National Drummer Day, pizza delivery is going to be a little slower.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Right. That is
what I'm
correct.
calling out.
Well, it sucks too to not only to be the second, not even the best drummer in your own band.
New originals.
Yeah,
it's gotta be
I think Miggsy's got him.
Well, he played with Stone Temple Pilots. I mean, Castle didn't.
Yeah, it's like Miggs. He played with a professional band in front of 10,000 people.
Yeah.
That's all. Castle, he's doing his thing with us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just the bass player, for Christ's sake, and I'm making fun of you.
What was the other band? Bruiser
Brody.
Bruiser Brody. There's another big band right there he played with.
We Are Peter Parker?
Sure,
Or
that's
Peter
right.
Parker,
Just
not We
Peter
Are.
Parker.
I was going to ask, is it We Are? Why did you add We Are?
Peter Parker.
Just Peter Parker.
Is that like We Are Spider-Man?
I guess.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I didn't even look.
I forgot about the
way
Peter
I
Parker
knew
years.
Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So when I first started hanging out with Miggs, I'm like, it's a stupid name. And he's like, it's Spider-Man's name. And I was like,
That's right.
nerd.
Yeah, even Ricker's a better drummer. But either way, it is National Drummer Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
So why not celebrate with two great drummers, one who doesn't even play drums on this particular song? It's a drum machine. I love
know.
the fact that he picked this song and there's not even a drummer on it.
Correct. Otherwise, he'd have to do it.
well, he hit the little buttons.
No, he didn't.
I don't even think he did that.
No.
You know he had some
I'm pretty
tech.
sure.
Hit
Look,
the button.
even the horns on this are played by a keyboard.
Yeah.
This entire song is a keytard.
We're going to act like it's not a good song? Feels like you're hating on it.
No, I'm
It
just
is not
saying
a
it's
good song.
National Drummer Day. We're playing Sussudio.
Do you actually like the song, Ted?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Yeah. Dude, I'm a Phil Collins apologist, but this is the one song where I'm like,
Well, we do call it Bad Choice Friday. I mean, In the Air Tonight is probably his most notable
That's his
drum
stairway to heaven.
riff, so to speak. But,
da-dum, 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 dum, dum.
but it's iconic. Phil Collins and Sussudio take it on Night Ranger. Folks, do we know?
Is it? All right, hang on.
It's the drummer.
The only guy whose name I know from the band is Blades, Jack Blades.
Jack Blades.
Is he the drummer, though?
No,
Damn it.
no, he's the guitarist.
I had no idea that.
What are you, the damn Yankees?
I think we were trying to figure this out. The Damn Yankees was like part Styx, part Night Ranger, and Ted Nugent.
Somebody else.
I don't know who the drummer is in this band.
Yeah.
And he sang their biggest song.
Kelly Keagy is the drummer.
Kelly Key?
For Night
Kelly
Ranger.
Keagy.
Do you know how I know that?
I don't.
Google.
Oh.
Google.
I just got
That's how you
Google.
did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you,
But,
Google.
fun fact. All right. So speaking
same as Kelly?
of Jack Blades, okay. Kelly Keagy, he was on tour with the Night Ranger for a long time,
Sure.
and he hadn't been back home for a while. And when he went back home,
They can't go out without him. He sings this song.
when he went back home, it was like 2 or 3 years later.
All right.
Because they were on the road that long. And his sister, Christy, she had grown up, so to speak. You know, she went from being this little 12-year-old girl to being a teenager, driving, all those things, and his little sister had grown up.
Is this what the song's about?
So he started, it's Sister Christy is the name of the song. But Jack Blades heard it as Sister Christian, and he's like, I like Sister Christian better.
Sure.
For absolutely.
It sounds cooler, though.
That's all it was.
It really does.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
So they changed the name of the song to Sister Christian.
There's another song like
you know how
that.
I found that out?
Google.
Google.
You know the song Beth from Kiss, right?
All right.
So Peter Criss wrote it, and if you listen to the lyrics, about his wife, same kind of thing. I'm on the road all the time. Sorry about that. And but her name was Becky, and so he wanted to call it Beck. And Gene Simmons was like, absolutely not, man. We are not doing a love song to Beck. Because the only people
I
that
hear you calling.
he's like, the only one that knows is Jeff Beck. So he's like, just say it's Beth. And Peter Criss is like, dude, that's not her
I think
name. He's
Becky
like,
would-
I don't care. Call it Beth. And that's why they
Becky, I
changed it.
hear you calling.
But I'm getting my tattoo removed.
It's either that or Tammy.
Yeah. Tammy, I
One of
hear
the
you
two.
calling.
Hey, Tammy. Vote now. If you follow us on X at Men's Room Live, will it be Phil Collins and Susudio or Night Ranger and Sister Christian? Ted, I told Steve this story earlier. The last time, honestly, I have heard that song, okay? I am on 5th. I am underneath the monorail at the lights where the Westin is.
All right.
There used to be a big and tall store. There was a Bartell catty corner to that. That's where I'm stopped. Now, there is a motorized wheelchair, all right, that is coming across the walkway. Now, at the time, I don't see the motorized wheelchair because it's behind one of those giant pillars for the
Right, on the
monorail,
monorail,
where
yeah.
they put up all the murals for the
Yeah.
All-Star game. One of those big asses, so I didn't see him. But I hear this, this music blaring. And then, just as the light turns green for me, this guy starts motoring across the walkway. So I'm waiting for him, right? But right when he gets to me, this is in the summertime, I got the window rolled down. I hear his music and it goes, motoring. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
But he's motoring.
Yeah.
And he's bobbing his head. He's got a big yellow flag on top of it.
Did he have a yellow flag?
And he's listening to Night Ranger.
Jesus Christ.
That's a man living.
I mean, I couldn't help it.
L-I-V-N.
I was just like, how's that timing just perfect?
By the way, Mike, you and I just got grief. We did not scream "sham on" during the bad choice. Right?
Oh, yeah.
bad.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah.
Was that important?
I've been muzzled.
Oh, a couple of programming notes. Proud to introduce once again the men's room. Old Days Up Holiday Porter is back. It's delicious. As they say, Grandma's famous rum balls are in there. Chocolate-covered rum balls. Also some vanilla, orange peel, and holiday spices.
It just
Honest to
tastes
God,
good, dude.
It's a fantastic porter. It's only available on draft in select locations. We'll bring those to you coming up on the program. See if we can find an area close to you. No areas right now close to me, but as the distribution continues, we'll get out those locations. But you're only going to find it on tap, so just know that. But it's fantastic, and of course, a portion of net proceeds benefit our friends at the Fisher House.
Correct.
So, find out the weekend, great weekend and drink a porter, and that one is, I'm telling you, fantastic.
Very good.
You're really going to like it. Okay, on to the question. We're talking about work today and ridiculous situations that you've dealt with. Now, we've all had many jobs, and obviously it's a twofold thing. You're either dealing with customers and clients,
Right.
or you're dealing with coworkers and bosses.
Yeah, that's about it.
So, sometimes just when you think the customer could be the worst case scenario, depends on who you work for, depends on who you work with.
I would think.
It depends. Look, everyone has inept coworkers as well as inept bosses as well as customers that don't make any sense of rationality whatsoever.
No.
There's a whole range of things that can happen when you decide to take on the job.
I mean, one of the dumbest things I had to deal with, and this is back when I was cooking, and I've said this before, but we're in the kitchen, we are cooking. The waiter's not 100% sure. She walks into the kitchen and says, hey, man, the lady at table, whatever it was, she wants to get the chicken dish, which was on the menu. We're like, cool. but she wants it medium rare. We're not going to give her undercooked chicken, man. Just go let her know. Like, we're just going to cook the chicken through. It's not going to be dry, but we'll just cook it through. Comes back about 2 minutes later. He's like, no, man. She's insisting that her chicken is medium rare. I said, okay, well, again, just let her know we're not going to do that because that is undercooked chicken, which is super dangerous, man.
It's a potential lawsuit.
Right, just let her know. It wasn't like a big deal, but we're also busy. We're hustling back there. I'm like, just let her know, man. It's fine. 2 minutes later, he's back. He's like, look, man, she's like really demanding that's chicken be medium rare. So we're looking at each other, and I'm like, God damn it. All right, I'm going to go out to the table. So I have to walk out there. And depending on the restaurant you work at, when you see the cook, if they still have their apron on, it looks really gross. I just didn't have time to take it off, so I'm out there, blood stains and everything else on it. I'm like, ma'am, did you order the chicken? She's like, yeah, I just want to get it medium rare. I said, well, we're not going to do that. She said, but that's what I'm asking for. I said, you want like pink? She's like pink and cool in the middle. I said, ma'am, that would be raw chicken in the middle. She's kind of like, I said, okay, well, we're not going to do that. And she's like, but that's the way I like my chicken. And I said, okay, I'm just going to set this up for you. You can eat your chicken any way you'd like to eat your chicken. I'm not going to hold you from that. But you're going to bleed out of your anus, you're going to cramp up, and you're going to go to the hospital. So I'm not going to do it for you here, but if you want to do that at home, knock yourself out. So like, why would I bleed out of my anus and get sick? And so have you heard of salmonella? And she's like, sure. And I said, okay, well, this is not the only source of it, but one way to get it is to eat undercooked chicken. Apparently, she'd been eating undercooked chicken kind of her whole life. I mean, she looked absolutely stunned by this. And I'm like, you're asking us to poison you, man. Like, we won't do it. I cannot believe I have to walk out here to explain to you that undercooked chicken is it's not guaranteed to make you sick, but it's a real strong possibility that it's going to make you sick. And then to your point, Miles, it's a restaurant, man. We're not getting sued by you when you go to the hospital and there's blood shooting out of your ass, you know what I mean? And they got to do whatever they got to do to make you feel better. It blew her mind, but she's very disappointed, folded her arms, got the chicken dish anyway, if I'm going to be like that. And I'm like, okay.
That was my question. What'd she end up ordering?
She got the chicken dish, and she was fine with it, but she just had the attitude like, okay, well, if you know best. And I'm like, I'm not here trying to tell you that. I'm trying to tell you to protect yourself. You're like, hey, I don't have a bulletproof vest, but can you shoot me? It's like, no, this is...
Yeah. Like, chefs don't want to make a well-done filet. But if you order it, they'll go, all right, I got to butterfly it. It's... You know what I mean?
Fine.
Right, like, it's not going to taste the way it should, but
it's not dangerous.
Right, it's not dangerous.
I mean, that's all I'm trying to tell her. And she was fine, and she ate the chicken dish, and she had no complaints about it. But I'm like, why do I have to explain this to her, man? We don't want to bring you harm. What the F is wrong with you?
Yeah, have you ever been I'm sure you've been in close to a physical confrontation or tried to break one up before at work. I'm sure that's happened to you multiple times.
Yeah, in kitchens, for sure.
It's happened to me twice. At one point in time, I was probably 19, 20 years old. And at the time, I was playing football. And I was probably in the best shape of my life as far as being strong, everything like that. But I was also working the overnights on the weekends just to get hours in to get some money, which was a pain in the ass. But at the same point in time, like I could do Friday overnight into Saturday. Not a big deal. Because even though I was playing football, I wasn't playing football. Right. I just needed to show up.
You're on the team.
I'm the fourth-string punter.
Yeah.
I can pull this off. Not a big deal. Saturday night, that was rough because I'd been up for a pretty long time. But after the game, I just go home, go to bed, wake up at 11, go and do the Saturday overnight. Friday overnight, I'm in there at 11 o'clock, even though my shift starts at midnight. I got crap I got to do before that. It turns out that the evening guy, who was a very good friend of mine, God rest his soul, he was having sex with the morning guy's wife.
All right.
Okay.
Did you know this? Or did you find out?
I found out based on the fact that the morning guy's wife showed up at the radio station at about 11:30.
Okay.
All right, which is kind of unusual. Why
would she be there?
She's there to go out with the night guy when he gets off at midnight. All right. However, the morning guy, I think, caught a little bit of wind of this. All right.
All right.
So I was doing something in the control room.
I mean, it's hard to dip out of the house at 11:30 at night,
especially when he's going to get up like 2 hours later.
Yes. So the next thing I hear a ruckus, right? And I am in between this guy and our morning guy, and his wife is there. Now, I am trying to hold them both apart from each other. The morning guy, although older, not nearly as big as my other buddy, scrappy, angry, pissed.
He has more
Yeah,
motivation.
My buddy's kind of like hands up, kind of on the back of his heels. Nick's just digging in, man. And I'm trying to hold his ass back. He's got a dress shirt on.
Right.
Like he's dressed. He's one of those guys, dress shirt guy.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. I've got a hold of his button-up shirt, and I popped the button on it, the top button.
Yeah.
He probably would have had it open anyway later. But at the same point in time, now this dude's wife jumps in and starts trying to swing her purse at her husband's head, and because he's the aggressor, and she's trying to stop him. Like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So I'm trying to hold both these guys back, and I'm basically getting beaten and hit with a purse by this guy's wife.
Right.
And finally, I could separate them. But you got to remember, these two guys work together.
Exactly.
So I'm a part-time guy. Like, I don't have anything to do with this. But, I mean, I got scratch marks on me. I've got all this stuff. She apologized, said, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
They ended up not being married anymore.
Hey, you don't say.
But at the same point in time, I was just like, Jesus Christ. I had been there, seriously, 15, 20 minutes. Next thing you know, like I'm trying to break up a fight in a studio.
Oh yeah,
where people have a job. What is the most ridiculous situation you've had to deal with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
You want to get another one? We were like, please.
Yeah.
Throw her off again.
So you can either do it or you can't. It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's like when I was a kid. Maybe not the best at popping wheelies, but I would spend hours in my room because of the Harlem Globetrotters and probably, I don't know, Curly or somebody who could spin a basketball
It was Curly.
on his finger forever. So I just sit there, thump, 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 get it burning, get it going. I could do that for hours. I mean, it was one of those things at the time I could do.
Sure.
I practice it all the time. No reason to be able to do this other than if there was ever a basket. Any ball
The
I picked up.
self-satisfaction of doing it, man.
Yeah, like your kid kicks the ball, does all the different stuff.
Constantly,
Dribbles the ball so it doesn't touch the ground, soccer style.
Oh, that's his big thing now.
Just juggling.
Mine was
Juggling, dude. I want to say he got up to 47 about 2 weeks ago. He averages about 28 before it finally falls off of his foot.
Yeah.
But he's out in the living room. I'm just trying to watch TV, but he insists that I watch this, and he was very good at it. Like, at this point, I was super impressed.
Yeah.
Like, all
Well,
right,
Miles could do one I can't do
what's that?
because he played quarterback, where you just throw the football on the ground and it bounces right back to you.
Oh, God, that irritates me, man.
Every time I try, that thing just shoots
Yeah, I
off
know.
somewhere.
Yeah. Well, right before I went into junior high, we had community basketball leagues. We were playing in a pretty decently important game. So I've been, doing it. But I just, in my mind, if I picked up a basketball, I just spun it. And I was shooting a couple free throws, right? But there was a substitution or whatever, when everybody lined up on the free throw. So I'm spinning the ball in my finger, zzz, just waiting for the ref to, bring the game back in.
Yeah.
So I make 2 free throws. Coach calls timeout, pulls me out of the game. He's like, what are you doing hot dogging it out there? That was the era that I was in. You know what I'm saying as far as playing basketball goes? Like, are you just going to spin the ball with your finger? Or are you going to worry about the free? Like, I made them both.
Like, dude, what never says a man.
It was just a habit of mine.
Right. It's just something you're doing. You're not showing off.
Pick the ball up and start
Yeah,
spinning
it's
on my
hot
finger.
dogging.
I was hot dogging.
We don't need that, Montgomery.
Yeah, you get out of here.
Miles Hot Dog Montgomery.
Sit on the bench so we won't score for a while.
Noodle sucking
Then
son
I'll
of a
put you
bitch.
back in when we really need you. Yeah, so I was just like, you got to be kidding me, DeSantis. What are you talking about? I was like,
Do you think you could do it on your penis?
No, no.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, if you had an
The
erection.
Globetrotters never did that.
You don't know that. They did not do it, obviously, in front of the kids, but they had to be in the locker room at some point. Like, Curly's like, guys, look. Yeah.
So the first skill you've got by absolutely no practice is you can do a wheelie. Bicycle,
Correct.
motorcycle, whatever you want to do, you do a wheelie. Next skill is from this story. As they say, world-renowned high-wire acts Nick Walinda and his sister Lejana succeeded their attempt in the first ever crisscross skywalk during University Town Center's Santa's Grand Arrival Parade and Christmas tree lighting this past Saturday.
All right.
Seems a little early
How
for
high
a
up are
Christmas
they?
parade. Pretty well up there. Now, as they say, this is in Sarasota, Florida. The holiday season kicks off on the Suncoast with festivities starting at 4. The wire walk will take place at 6. As you see, it will be suspended high above Cattleman Road over the course of the parade route.
Damn.
Now, the siblings cross paths mid-air in what organizers describe as a display of precision, courage, and trust. Essentially, one's coming from one side, same wire. The other one's coming from the other side, same wire. And they got to pass each other.
Right.
In the middle of the street. With their big poles, with all the stuff, they got to figure out a way to balance their way around each other. And they did it.
Or die.
Yeah. It's part of their annual holiday celebration.
They strap in with safety stuff now.
That does kind of take the punch. Look, I understand what they're doing is absolutely remarkable, but if I know you're not going to die, and that sounds terrible, but that takes away kind of the excitement of it. Right?
Yeah.
Because that one dude in Puerto Rico, right?
That's
great-grandfather,
grandfather, right?
Yeah, his ass wasn't strapped in. He is no longer with us.
No.
Because he didn't keep his balance, but that's part of the reason you watch.
There's
right?
a plaque.
Correct.
There's a plaque down there by the Chili's.
How big is the plaque? Cover everywhere.
It's just a plaque for
next to the Chili's. Damn.
the Chili's in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Hey, you know,
Fantastic Chili's, by the way.
we'll let it crash right here.
You have no idea. They got a Dunkin' Donuts and a Chili's right beside each other. You want to talk about prime location down there in Puerto Rico, man? Especially when
That's living.
I woke up in the hotel where my grandmother used to live in the hotel, so I stayed there. And you wake up in the morning and it's beautiful. You got the beaches, and sunny, and you walk out the front door of the hotel and go smoke a cigarette or whatever. There's a freaking Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, right across the cobblestone street, and a Chili's open for breakfast with an outdoor deck. You're like, this is
breakfast.
This is too. Chili's does everything.
I did not know that.
Down in Puerto Rico, they have a completely different menu.
Oh, we need one of the Puerto Rican Chili's.
They do the standards, but they still do they'll do plantains and just some of the more traditional food items they got down there.
Well, in Cape Cod, like they were opening a new Dunks, as they call it, and they were all riled up.
Oh yeah,
Like it's in the old bank building. Did you
Donuts.
talk about the new Dunks?
Weird thing is, donuts taste the same. Everything tastes the same.
Absolutely.
Dunkin' Donuts. So the performance comes in the wake of the high wire incident in 2017, where Lejana tumbled about 35 feet up. And basically, she broke her back, she broke her shoulder, she messed up her face during the rehearsal for the 8-person pyramid stunt to break a Guinness World Record. Something went awry. Everybody felt. You have to see the video of this. It is, and she's at the top of this bad boy. She takes a neck shot off the wire, spins her body around like she's in
like Homer falling down a mountain,
going all the way down to the bottom of this thing. Not good, but you can walk a high wire.
All right.
Now, some people I've seen practicing this, like in Green Lake, where they put the actual.
It's maybe 4 feet off the ground.
No, it's like 2.
Slackliners.
Yeah, one, but it's still impressive.
No,
I can't do it. I can't do it. I got a better chance of doing a wheelie.
It's like watching those guys who know how to hacky sack. You think you should jump in. You're like, nope.
Don't do it.
Nope, this is not me. Next up on the list, you can do a backflip.
Nice.
A standing backflip. Now, here's the story. After the Savannah Bananas baseball player, whose Georgia-based team is known for their on-field acrobatics, he botched a backflip during a live CNN broadcast. He peeled back the embarrassment of the moment with a quick message. Guys, for the record, you have my full permission to laugh. I cannot laugh every time I watch it, too. It's hysterical. It's crazy. And while the 26-year-old was able to embrace the humor of the moment, he also explained what happened on the morning show. He says, for those of you that don't know me, I do flips all the time. Catching a baseball, mind you. A couple months ago, I was on ESPN headquarters on the NFL Live. I caught a football on live TV doing a backflip. I have done tens of thousands of backflips in my life. I had zero reason to doubt my abilities. But as the athlete noted, he's used to doing acrobatics on the field, not in a TV studio.
For watching it, I mean, he does.
Ow. He says when you do a flip, you're looking for the ground while you're rotating. I remember jumping back and seeing a bright light on my face, and the floor itself was very light. I kind of just lost where I was in the air and wound up under rotating, plus my feet slipped. Yeah, the next thing you know, I'm on the floor. I'm rattled. I was pretty confused on where I was. Beyond the confusion, I also realized that I had blood dripping down my face, which had hit the floor.
Yeah, it's like because you landed on it.
I ended up getting several stitches in my lip and my chin. Fortunately enough, there was a doctor in the building, so I got checked out. Aside from that, and my damaged pride, I didn't sustain any actual serious injuries.
I will say, it's awesome when those dudes do a backflip and catch a fly out.
Yeah. So you could do a backflip.
All right.
And fourth off, just because you can juggle.
I can juggle.
So without having to practice, without having to do anything, you can just do one at any time.
Backflip.
You can do a wheelie, you can do a high wire act, backflip, or juggle. So you're taking a backflip.
100%.
Okay.
I can juggle, but I can only juggle 3 things. I want to be able to juggle 7 things.
I would just sit outside and be like, how much money if I do a backflip? There's no way anybody looks at
The
me
way
and
you're
goes,
built,
Yeah, nobody goes,
$100.
Yeah. And
Son of a bitch.
Like, I'd quit tomorrow.
I think I'd do a wheelie.
Backflip guy.
I'd do a wheelie.
Yeah, Willie would be next.
Because I have a scooter. Could you imagine someone passing you on a
I would laugh my ass off.
beep, 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 doing a wheelie? That's our Men's Room poll, and you can vote now if you follow us at X at Men's Room Live. Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. On our Men's Room poll, you're going to do one. Wheelie, high wire, backflip, or juggle.
Juggle.
All right, my
juggle.
man.
You could juggle anything. You could juggle knives.
I can't do that. I tried batons, man. Like I can.
I would
it
never
sounds
try that.
stupid. I can juggle balls. I can juggle eggs. Anything that's kind of round. Juggle Rubik's Cube. I know, Ted. There's no other way to put it.
Well, don't
They're
people
juggling
start
balls,
Don't
man.
start. A lot of people start with pens.
You mean like ink pens?
No, like the bowling.
Oh, the bowling
miniature
pin.
bowling
Yeah, the
pin.
batons.
Yeah.
Man, I've tried that. I can't get into the swing of that. I don't know why. I used to piss my mom off, and I would juggle her perfume bottles, right? And she's always like, they're expensive. And I'm like, you got to stop yelling at me. You can make me nervous. I'm going to drop them. So she never knew what to do. I would do it for like 5 minutes straight. If you drop one of those, I'll kill you. I'm like, stop talking to me. You're making me nervous.
The only thing I can kind of do like that is my brother, when he worked at Fridays back in the day, they had those competitions for the bartenders.
Oh, the
So I learned with bottles, if you tape up around the bottle, you can learn to spin them and flip them, and they're less likely to break.
Okay. Yeah.
So like he would sit around the house doing it, so I just started doing it.
How did he do in the competitions?
I want to say one year, maybe him and his buddy made it to like the next round.
Really? So
'Cause
he-
it's like you got to be the. I don't know if they do it anymore. Like this is 25 years ago, but it was like you had to be the best at your Friday, so then you could go to like the regional round.
All right. That's kind of cool. Why not, man?
If you're a chicken at the bar and a guy starts doing that, are you like, oh no, this guy? Or are you like, that's hot?
I think it depends entirely what the bartender looks like.
Okay.
I love a bar sketch.
I mean, dude, if you can do it.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Japan's new Prime Minister, Sani Takeyachi, facing criticism after holding a staff meeting at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. ahead of a budget appearance in the nation's parliament. As I say, she is known for her relentless work ethic and disdain for talk of work-life balance. Convened with
Her disdain of work-life balance.
Yes, disdain.
Okay. Doesn't sound like she has one.
What local media is calling a study session in the dead of night, with multiple aides sparking debate in a country sensitive to the issue of death from overworking. Critics argue the meeting encouraged unhealthy workplace expectations and placed undue strain on staff.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone had to be at work at 3 a.m. for the meeting.
And the budget meeting
This was not a Zoom call. This was
for
not,
9 a.m. So it's 6 hours. So it's the budget committee.
Correct.
Had to meet 6 hours before the budget meeting, starting at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's like, no.
It's also just ridiculous. Normal people are not going to be productive at 3 a.m.
Nobody
Yeah.
is normally productive at 3 a.m., right?
Look,
That's-
The meth heads, the coke heads.
yeah.
but they're not being productive. They're just awake.
I feel like meth heads might clean.
Yeah, you know, that's...
Well, certain jobs call for certain circumstances. There are times I've worked in radio and there's a huge winter storm that comes in.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that live in rural areas that they could not get into work. They had 3 or 4 feet of snow, blah, 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 blah. Plow's not coming for a few days. So, me and one other dude, we would work 6 to 7, 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then we go to the bar across the street, which was still open.
Yeah.
Have drinks for a couple hours, then come back and crash on the couch. And that buddy would wake you up, and we just round robin this thing.
But in radio, it never
And it-
bugged me.
it never
because
bugged
it's
me
part
either.
Of your, That is an expected part of your job. It's not going to happen a lot, but when the weather turns to crap, like if you work with TV, radio, whatever, if the weather turns to absolute garbage, you're kind of aware.
Your boss calls you and says, I need you to do this. And you go, okay, no problem.
But that's at the heart of our job, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the truth of our job is this. We're here to let you know news. And as long as nothing catastrophic is happening, we get to do this.
And even if,
right?
even if school's not in session or whatever the deal is at the time, I mean, maybe it's a weekend, it doesn't matter. You still have to give updates on road conditions.
Yeah, it is what it
on
is.
storm stuff, on all that crap. So
Yeah.
Kind of.
But if I work for the prime minister and you call me at 3 a.m. and it's not because we are going to war, it's not because the country has been attacked, it's like for a budget meeting, that's why we scheduled the meeting. Like whatever you want to talk about at the budget meeting, That's why we have a meeting. If the boss is called, if Castle called at 3 a.m. and said, hey, man, we need to have a meeting. I was like, about the meeting? Wait until the meeting. That's why they call it that.
Our question, what is the most ridiculous situation that you've had to deal with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Noah. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Let me guess, the most ridiculous situation you had to deal with at work, God said, hey, man, I need you to build a boat and get all the animals on there. Yeah, that's rough stuff, brother, but hey, good work.
Only happened the once, and we got it taken care of.
Just the one time, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, guys, long time, first time. Thank you for all the things you do, and congrats on 20 years.
Oh, thank you,
dude.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, so speaking of 20 years, this was about 25 years ago. I was in college, and I was working at a children's psychiatric hospital.
That sounds fun every day.
Oh, I tell you what, it was something. And we were sort of the last line in the road for kids who were kicked out of juvie or other psychiatric facilities in the area. And so we got one particular guy, 17-year-old kid, big kid, beefy kid, probably outweighed me by 15, 20 pounds of muscle. So he's new to the facility, and we were out in the yard, playing around, whatever, and he decides to bolt. And me being a good, ambitious college kid, trying to do the best to keep these kids safe, I follow, I pursue up and over the fence, proceed to chase him down the road. About a quarter mile down the road, I've got my walkie on, by the way, at this time, so I'm still trying to keep in touch with my other coworkers at the psych hospital, let them know where we're headed, where we're going. But chasing for about a quarter mile, we end up crossing over I-25. This is down in Albuquerque, both directions of the interstate. Probably, I think it's 4 or 5 lanes each way. And he keeps running, so I keep chasing. We end up in a park that's on the other side of the freeway there, and we get to this arroyo there, and he kind of realizes that it's just he and I at this point. And so he slows down, he turns around, and he charges me. And like I said, he outweighed me, outmuscled me. So he got me to the ground, and he got me in a chokehold. And like I said, this is like a baseball field area, baseball park. And so he's got me around my neck on the ground. And the next thing I see is the biggest fist I've ever seen in my life flying in to view right past my head and clocks him in the face to take him out. And then I see about 5 or 10 other police officers and firefighters who were having like a co-ed baseball game off duty in the park at the time. And they come over and they get this kid on the ground. They get him prone. They hog tie him and they strap him down until the rest of my coworkers can come and pick him up and get him back to the hospital.
Did you tell the coworkers, I beat his ass?
Yeah.
Well, so they're taking him back to the same place that he was. So is there like a special place for people who can be violent?
Yeah. I mean, well, it depended on which units they were in. So we had two degrees of units. One of them was the acute units, where these kids who were medically unstable, emotionally unstable, physically unstable were. And then once they got stabilized, they got moved to the more stabilized residential treatment center units there. But all of that was at the same children's psychiatric hospital there.
But did you have to interact with this giant dude again?
I did. Yeah, I got to talk to him afterwards when he was getting a shot of Benadryl in his butt to calm him down. We had him back at the facility and he was strapped down. And so I got the chance to sort of debrief with him and talk about it. And at that point, he was caught and stable and apologetic and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah. Does a shot of Benadryl to the ass actually calm people down? Is that a normal thing, or was he on some other medication where that works?
Oh, he was on other medications as well, but that's the one that we used when we needed to. That generally took the edge off of the kids and settled them down at that size and those ages.
Yeah, I mean,
generally works pretty well.
A regular Benadryl makes me sleepy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
How long did you do that for a job?
I did that for about 6.5 years.
Wow, man. It
was intense.
What constitutes a good day when that's your game? Like we were talking the other day, Mike, I think it was before the show came on, so something about like being a social worker. And I'm like, look, God bless you if you do it, honest to God, but can you have a good day when you're a social worker? Like maybe someone that you've seen
I can tell you about that.
is starting on the up and up, but like what's a good day at a children's psychiatric hospital?
Yeah, the most villainized jobs is what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I always say it was the toughest job I had, but the most rewarding. So a lot of times, because this is a residential treatment center, the kids are living there for 6-9 months, and you're in there day to day with them. But yeah, it was very rewarding when we had things like group sessions, group therapy sessions, and you see these kids turn a corner, you see them stabilize, you see them figure their lives out, and get their minds right. And get to a stable place where they can then go back and function in society again. So being able to see that growth is pretty incredible.
So you're there for the long game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, right, he's talking obviously a different level.
Yeah, obviously.
But even like when I went to watch my nephew graduate high school, like they had like the, like some of the special ed kids, they can't walk in with everybody else.
Sure.
They just, the crowd and everything, and just watching these teachers like take care of them the whole ceremony. I was like, man, that is
it is
unreal
so
work.
much. It really is.
Yeah.
I will also say on a funny note, well, my brother, right, so he was a teacher, coach, went to school, right? He wants to be a principal. So his first day as a vice principal, somebody's like, Mr. Smith, there's some kids out by the bushes smoking, right? So he goes out there, the kids run. He shouldn't have done it, but he doesn't know what to do. So he chases them. Now I realize he's like next to a main road and how bad this looks, but
Right.
he's like, I'm just so amped up. It's my first day.
Sure.
Because the vice principal has to be the disciplinarian. He catches him, right? Takes him back to school, but like he said, like it set a tone. He was like the next week in the hallway, that you just hear kids being like, "Mr. Smith is fast."
Oh,
Jesus. I worked one summer, two summers in a row. Worked at Department of Human Services in West Virginia.
That's
I was
already bad.
I was a file clerk, and my job was to pull the files for the social workers' cases that day.
But you're not really interacting with the people.
No, they all have their own little workstations. They bring in people. So whether you need assistance as far as more food benefits, if you had children, you got more child credits.
Yeah.
Some instances, the children would be removed from the home.
Sure.
Some instances where parents were separated, there'd be restraining orders. There'd be all these different things.
All the
where
fun stuff.
The kids couldn't go and visit dad because dad is not capable of taking care of them. Blah 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 blah. One day, man, we're in there, and from what we could figure, the woman who was in with her 2 children, I don't know if the children had been taken away from the dad. I don't know what the deal was. But she stood up and said, "He's here." All right? She's like, "He's going to kill me."
Oh, geez.
And she got up and she was running to find the back door. All right? She's grabbing her kids and all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh, God. So the front desk person, everyone's trying to just calm her down. But a car screeches in the parking lot across the street. And she's like, "It's him. There he is. It's him." And the person running the front desk, their first safety protocol, this sounds so stupid, those 2 glass doors, they did have a lock on them.
Yeah.
But she chain bolted the 2 door
handles together, right?
Like a school would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the inside.
Can't do that. Remember,
Okay,
Mr. Clark couldn't.
But this dude, he's running across the street with a shotgun.
Oh.
And he's running toward the door. And everybody's just like, oh, God, it's on.
Right.
And he's banging on the door trying to get it. You don't understand the adrenaline and the panic that you have. I was 16 years old, 15 years old. I was still in a shirt and tie because that's part of the thing. I was dressed up. But man, oh, man. Eventually, the dude just left.
How long was he there hovering around, screaming and losing his mind?
He was basically going around the building, just trying to see if there was a way in. So I don't know exactly. And I looked at that. So when that file was done, my job is to put the file back. So the next day, I'm like, okay, because we got the rest of the day off. I'm like, what is
That
in
seems
here?
fair.
What is in
It was
here?
a plant.
I know the last name. The name is Dalton. But I'm looking through that thing, and there's nothing in there that
says
indicates
he's crazy?
that anything, nothing about any kind of father issues, spousal abuse. None of that's in
Did you add something?
She was in there just to up her assistance.
Right. So nothing about
basically,
him. She's there
she
for
was
financial
applying
things.
for more aid if she could get it. Just take care of her kids. But this guy's losing his freaking mind, and I still remember he had this red flannel shirt on, and like he was a big dude, beard. He looked like Paul Bunyan.
Yeah,
is basically what was coming across.
Good, because that's what I was picturing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, man. He had probably like a caterpillar hat on. He just had that look about him, like he's going to F everyone up. Then the police show up. They arrest the guy. And then we got the rest of the day off. Man, that freaked me the hell out.
You don't say.
Yeah. And my stepfather got me the job. And I'm like, what?
What are you
trying to get me killed, man? What the hell? What is the most ridiculous situation that you've dealt with at work? 206-803.
I mean, having a gun pointed at you is scary, but even just being somewhere where somebody's got a gun.
Oh, no, it's a shotgun.
He ran across the street like a military guy charging.
Right, he's probably ex-military.
The way he was holding the rifle or the shotgun, like he looked like he was like a Green Beret. You know, like he looked like G.I. Joe was running across the street.
Yeah, it's frightening
with a shotgun. Yeah,
yeah, and you have those glass doors. That'll keep him up.
Glass windows the whole way around.
Right.
Like, okay.
Hello, Rebus. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, boys.
Hola.
So when I would say about 25 years old, I worked for a computer rental company, and my boss was 1 year younger than me. So that tended to be fun when, we started off, and, having a boss younger than you, it was great, except for the fact that on this one night, Friday night at 4:55, we got a call, and somebody they'd gotten, I think it was like 24 computers that all had to be networked together and stuff. I had dropped them off earlier in the day, and the guy was going to take care of everything himself, and it turned out that there was a problem. And he couldn't get some of the computers to work. He couldn't get the printers to work. And so he wants me to come out and fix it. I'm talking with him, and I put him on hold, and I talked to my boss, and I said, so, what do you want me to tell him? And he said, I don't give an S. I don't want to have to deal with this. I want to go out dancing. And I said, but what do I tell him? And he said, I don't care. And he's like, I'm just not getting involved. And so when I come back, from hold with this guy, the guy says, so what did he say? And I said, well, he says he doesn't give an S. I'm looking my boss right in the eyes, and he told me that he doesn't want to have to deal with this because he wants to go out dancing. And my boss's mouth is just wide open. Like, he cannot believe I just said that. And the guy's like, he said, what? And I said, I told you. And he said, well, what are you going to do? And I said, well, the moment I hang up and he stops bitching at me, I'm going to grab my tools and I'm going to come out there and take care of you. And I hung up, and my boss said, I should fire you right now for that. And I was like, look, you left me in a really bad position because you want to go out dancing.
And you also said you don't care, so obviously you do.
Deal with it.
Yeah, yep. And he said he didn't care what I said, and so I immediately, drove from Kirkland out to Tacoma to help this guy out, got everything working for him, and he ended up tipping me $100. And he told me, it was like, look, I don't ever want to speak to that boss of yours again, but you've got a customer for life.
Oh, nice.
That is good.
It was great. And the guy, he would call me, he would tip me, $50, $100, whatever, every time, I came out to help him out with stuff. But it was just like, my boss was ready to kill me. And the next Monday, he's like, so what happened? And I said, well, he tipped me $100, but he doesn't ever want to speak to you again.
He's probably fine with that.
Yeah. He was a cool boss, other than that one moment,
It's amazing that dancing's that important.
Dancing?
I can understand if it was karaoke night for some reason.
What?
I can understand that, yeah. I can justify
If you mean karaoke as in the euphemism,
No.
sure. Like, oh, hey, man, I can sing that tonight.
You can dance anywhere you want. You can sing anywhere you want. But I get like, if you wanted to go karaoke, I'd be like, you go karaoke.
I think going out dancing's a better thing.
The karaoke, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I don't have to watch you dance if I don't want to, but I have to hear you sing karaoke. I'm just saying, as far as the general public goes, like, even if you're a bad dancer,
it's karaoke night,
entertaining.
It's one night a week.
Like, if you're a really bad dancer, but you're dancing, it brings some entertainment value. So I can sit at the bar and be like, dude, I can't take my eyes off this person because they're so bad, but it makes it fun. If you're a bad singer, it's like, you're just ruining my night, man. You're killing a song. You sound like crap. And it seems like the people that sing the worst, somehow they have like 7 songs in the queue. Mm-hmm. And welcome back to the stage. And like, Jesus Christ.
Well, karaoke's a weird mix of like, there's people that can sing.
People that absolutely sing.
Right. Then there's people who are just going to try to sing. And you're like, all right, I get that.
I get it.
Then there's people that just pick terrible songs.
Yeah. We, at our local watering hole, did you know they have a karaoke night?
I am often not there when they have it.
I do the same thing.
I did not know that they had a karaoke night. And granted, it was a night that the wife and I aren't normally there, but we go in, and there was a lot of people. I'm always at the bar, so my back is to where the karaoke is. And a song came on, and my words to my wife were like, cool, man, I haven't heard this in a while. Not realizing that the average person was going to start singing. So when they start singing, I look at my wife, I'm like, what version is this? And you just kind of turn around and look at the jukebox. But between me and the jukebox is the guy and his girlfriend, and they're so excited, and they're singing the song. When they finished the songs, maybe 3.5 minutes, we were like, check, please. And our bartending friend was like, God, just hang out. I said, I cannot do this. I cannot listen to these people sing. And I realized they had like 4 or 5 more songs to go. And I'm like, no, something bad's going to happen.
It's almost as bad as on New Year's Eve when us 3 and my other buddy were like, oh, there's a DJ? We got to go.
Yeah. Man, I picked up food the other night, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'll tell you where it is. The dining area is where the karaoke is.
Ugh.
Okay, but the bar is where you pick up the food.
Right.
So I'm standing at the bar. I get a beer real quick. I'm waiting for my food to get ready. As soon as they give me my thing, I'm cashing out on the check. If you've ever heard More Than a Feeling with a Korean accent.
Oh,
as
no.
soon as they started More Than a Feeling.
You're just like, oh, no.
I'm thinking to myself, no one can cover Boston.
Right.
This is going to be amazing. Like, how is this going to be possible? It was not possible. I was like, I cannot believe this person's going to try to do More Than a Feeling.
Did you stay at least to hear
I was mesmerized.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They basically just talked through the whole thing. And I'm not going to do it.
Come
It wouldn't be cool.
Come on.
You know exactly how it sounds. What's the most ridiculous situation that you've dealt with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
Tattooed, and he just put his forearm on it and opened it.
You gotta be kidding me.
And I went, man, I kind of like it.
Yeah. Extra tip, brother.
Right, exactly. Like it worked.
All right, Tom, shut up for a second and let's get to the questions. All right, your question is, who is the author behind the Game of Thrones series?
Oh, man, I have no idea. I've never seen it.
You've seen him. Mm-hmm. I could picture him. I just don't know his name.
William Shakespeare. I have no idea.
So close. George R.R. Martin. All right, question for you, Mike. You watched Game of Thrones, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, so there's Game of Thrones, and then there's
House of the Dragon.
No, the thing you love, the movies.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah. Tolkien.
If you do fantasy, do you have to have 2 R's in your name?
Yes.
That's so weird to me.
Then there's also J.K. Rowling, who did Harry Potter.
So you must have initials.
Yes, you just need initials in your name in order for people to take you seriously.
Okay, so remember that, kids. If you want to write fantasy or anything, just change your name to your initials, and you will get published. Yes. All right, your question. What is the full moon nearest the fall equinox called?
Is that the harvest moon?
There's a harvest moon.
Yes, indeed.
Very good.
Remember the moon we just passed?
Was that the super beaver moon?
That was the beaver moon.
Was it a super beaver moon or just a beaver moon?
So it was a super moon, but it's also the beaver moon.
Did you see the beaver moon?
I did.
So was it a super beaver moon, or is it just a super moon and a beaver moon?
Well, it's always if you get that one in, then it's always a beaver moon.
Right.
It happens to be it was the 3rd super moon of this year.
So
that's the super beaver.
That would make it a super beaver moon. I'm just saying, do they say it's a super moon and it's also the beaver moon, or do they say it's a super beaver moon?
It's also the one night a year that the mascot of Buc-ee's comes alive.
Oh, yeah. One time.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, Bichola.
Hola.
Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober today.
Okay. What are you doing over there, Matt?
Just smoking some weed.
Okay.
All right.
Good day to do that. All right, you're going to be able to do one there, Matt. What are you doing? Wheelie, high wire, backflip, or juggle?
I'll do a juggle.
Give me a juggler.
My man.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Juggler.
I'm telling you, man, it's a good stress reliever. It really is.
I just think you're doing this stuff to impress people.
Most of the time I juggle, it is just me. You know, seriously, man, it is a good stress reliever.
Okay.
You focus on stuff. The kids used to find it so impressive. Now they don't care. All right. Here's your question. What two SNL alumni were the weekend update anchors before the current weekend update anchors of Colin Jost and Michael Che?
Could you repeat that once for me?
Dear God, man, you stoner. What two SNL alums were the weekend update anchors before Colin Jost and Michael Che?
Last one I remember was Dennis Miller, and I know that's not it. So.
Wow. Back to 1984 for you.
All right.
Tina
Seth?
Fey and Amy Poehler.
Nope.
Seth and Tina?
Seth and
Amy Poehler?
Cecily Strong.
Oh.
She replaced Amy Poehler.
Okay.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I
I'm like,
completely
I know
blank that.
this. And I'm like, I am wrong. All right. Who provided the voice of Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and Sylvester the Cat? As well.
Has to be Mel Blanc.
Boom.
Got it.
Oh, that's too easy. I mean, he thinks Dennis Miller's still on SNL.
But he can hit Mel Blanc. Well, Mel Blanc also way back in time.
Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jeff. Welcome to the men's room.
Tell your girl and your Johnson.
Hola.
Hola, Jeff. My guy.
Jeff, are you,
guys? What's up?
are you sober or not sober today?
Team not sober.
We can never tell with you.
Would you find some cocaine,
I'm
Jeff?
glad. Maybe. Who wants to know?
All right. Nobody important.
Maybe.
All right, tell you going to do one. Will you do the wheelies, high wire act, backflip, or juggle?
I've always been impressed with the people that can just do a backflip off the ground. They're going to go backflip.
Backflip it is. Although results could be devastating.
Well, we've met you, man. You have the frame, I think, to be a guy that can pull off the backflip.
Surprisingly, of everybody you say you don't remember, I'm surprised you remember me, but it's like, yeah, I could.
You
maybe.
scream, you, your
I-
girl, and your Johnson every time we hear from you. Yeah, I remember you, man.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Jeff, here's your question. What is happening to your hair if you have poliosis?
Are you balding?
Not a bad
Is
guess.
it coming out in clumps?
It's just turning gray.
Oh.
Turning gray.
Oh, it's just turning.
Well, I have it then.
I mean, if your doctor said, oh, you're suffering from poliosis, you'd probably get tunnel vision, go into shock, break out in a sweat. No, man, you're just going gray. Sorry.
I would have thought I just had polio.
Yeah, poliosis. All right, your question. What was the name of Danny's gang in the movie Grease? Originally called
Only
Lube.
think of the well, I can only think of the song "Grease Lightning."
Any ideas? It's also the name of a car.
Was it the name of the car? I was going to say it's the name of the car.
Uh-huh.
The car's yellow and not yellow. It's
Is it
the
the
car's
Mustangs?
right and red.
Not the Mustang.
No, it's an
Thunderbirds.
old car. It's like
Yeah.
It is
Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds. Yeah.
Also the name of the fortified wine.
Wonder if they still make that.
What, Thunderbird?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They should. I know it sounds stupid, but just coming from the East Coast, like, it's popular, man. Like, there's definitely demand for it.
I'm sure they make it. You just got to be in the right area to find it, or bad area.
I was going to say, if you're in a place you feel really uncomfortable, you can probably find Thunderbird. All right, your question. What is the length of a U.S. senator's term? You get elected to the Senate, how long you get to serve?
I didn't know they had terms.
They do.
Good.
A lot of people don't.
Because a lot of them been there so freaking long. But believe it, they have to be reelected, but how long before they have to go up for election again?
So that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
They don't have term, like they can keep serving.
Oh,
You can keep serving,
yes, but
but
the
how many
term,
years
the
at a
initial
time?
term.
Right. How many? Right.
ooh. It's either 2 or 4.
I'll go ahead and spend that for you.
Six.
Yep.
Yeah, 6.
But there is no term limits. They
There's no
keep
term
winning.
limit, but sure.
I want to say the House is 4. And the Senate
I
is
think
6.
you're right. I think you're right on that.
Bad news, man. They discontinued Thunderbird.
Jesus.
When? When do they
Couldn't you
discontinue?
just wait till after the show?
Sorry.
Before you hit us with this news? Because I still plan on going out and not buying it, Ted. Come on, man.
You have 3 hours to go now.
God.
Jesus Christ, maybe not.
Okay, then. There's hope.
All right.
They relaunched Thunderbird in 2000s. All right, I don't know.
I would say, Miles, did you wear a Thunderbird shirt? Just saying, if they discontinued that, it's just,
don't mess with me.
All right.
What kind of Thunderbird are you talking about?
We're talking. Have you never had
Fortified
the drink,
wine.
Thunderbird?
It's kind of like Boone's Farm or Mad Dog 2020.
But worse.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that was a thing. I've had Mad Dog, but
Look,
I'll take your word for it.
It comes in about 23% or somewhere in there.
It'll get you where you need to go.
It's kind of like that Cutwater. I mean, it just gets you there quick.
Real quick.
Kind of like, what was it, Four Loko.
I cannot believe they sell that crap in bars.
I know. But
I'm just
they
like,
do.
Jesus, man, it should have a warning label on it.
Cutwater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yes.
I mean, that stuff is, it hits you quick.
I mean, it's a canned cocktail, so in theory, it's like having a cocktail. But you're right, some of them are very strong, and I'm shocked people just suck them down.
I feel like that's the drink you have if your goal is to ride public transportation or want to talk to strangers.
That's a new 1-800-DUI away. Cutwater. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Don't even think about it.
Do you have a drinking problem? Did you drink Cutwater?
I mean,
you do.
I drink and can't take Cutwater.
Yeah, I drink too.
I mean, I've got
Well,
a decent
Steely's
tolerance.
not do enough for you?
The problem is that some people that I have known don't think, and I think that's what that commercial is saying. You don't realize how strong some of those canned cocktails. So you drink it like a light beer.
Yeah, then
It's
just keep
not.
crushing them. And then you have to help them home.
AISW. The
All right, your
shenanigans
question.
continue.
The creature from the
This
Black
is the
Lagoon.
men's
Once
room
more.
with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, what is the most ridiculous situation you've had to deal with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fellas. Hola.
Hola.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get into it. So I retired from the military in 2022. A few years before that, I was out in the Mojave Desert, and I got stuck guarding the corpse of a desert tortoise for about 48 hours. Some guys in another unit decided they wanted to capture this thing and try to smuggle it back to Alaska. Well, it ended up dying, and we had to wait for the wildlife and fish department or whoever they are to come and deal with this. And so I got stuck guarding the corpse of a giant desert tortoise for about 2 days.
Let me ask you this.
Jesus.
Say
That's awful.
Say you didn't guard the corpse of a giant dead tortoise in the middle of the goddamn desert. What was their fear? What did they think would happen?
Well, they thought it might disappear and it would hinder the investigation.
All
Like
right.
somebody might come and steal it or try to cover for their guys or whatever.
And so you had to stand there. Were you the only guard, or did they have other people?
No, me and my buddy, we were on shifts, so me and my buddy guarded it, and it wasn't like we were looking at it. It was on a table or whatever. I think they had it in they put it in like a big coffin deep freezer or something. They stuck it in there, and so it wasn't rotting or anything out in the middle of the desert. But it wasn't a good time for the guys who captured it and killed it. I'll tell you that.
Well,
I bet not.
Yeah.
How about just being in full uniform in the middle of the Mojave Desert during the day?
Guarding a tortoise.
How hot was that?
Yeah, that was that. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I did about 4 combat tours overseas, and so I mean, we were living pretty good out there. We had good food and everything. We played a lot of spades or whatnot, just hanging out, listening to y'all. And so it was good times, but not so good for the people who killed the tortoise and the tortoise himself.
Brother,
No,
that is the
like-
dumbest damn thing I've heard. I mean, I get it, but why couldn't they just throw it in a pickup truck and drive it to the people that are going to do the
You got to wait
investigation?
for fish and wildlife. You can't. It's a crime scene.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
yeah, you got to. It was the Army dealing with another organization, and so you had to get the reports in. You had to get those people dispatched out there. You couldn't take it from the crime scene. The people that were involved they were detained. They got fined. They didn't get to go back to Alaska. But their thought process was they were trying to capture this thing to take it back with them.
Sure.
And in the process, it died. Like they were trying to feed it chow hall food.
Well, also, Alaska doesn't seem like the best place for a desert tortoise.
No, you don't say.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I just, like ultimately, look,
It's right there in the name.
If I was moving to Arizona, if I was moving to New Mexico, or I don't know, Texas, maybe. But other than that, we're Southern California.
How big
where
was
the thing's
this
going to
thing?
live?
How big is a desert tortoise?
This thing was probably, no joke, it was probably I don't know, 3 feet, not about 2.5 feet in length.
Damn.
Probably about, I don't know, 1.5 feet wide. And then, because the shell is part of the creature, you just can't take it out of the shell. And that thing, it was pretty big. I don't know, I wasn't privy to the information that came on with the investigation, but that thing, I think, was probably about 45, 50 years old.
Oh, easily.
That's the other
They
thing.
can live up to 250, 300 years.
If you smuggle a tortoise and now you have this tortoise, now what? Because it's going to outlive you.
I don't know. There's a picture of one that was the oldest tortoise in the world or whatever the deal was, and they showed a picture of the president at that time. It's this old grainy black and white.
How old
is
that thing?
Is that Jonathan?
The one that
There's
There's one that's lived for, right, because what's the theory of evolution?
Yeah, the dude? Darwin.
Yeah. There's pictures of him with that tortoise. And
tortoise?
I'm almost positive.
193 years old.
Then there's pictures of him in the 80s and 90s.
Did he look different? Did he have bigger hair?
No, he still looks like an old tortoise.
I mean, look, man, that's cool, but at some point, wouldn't you kind of get sick of him? All right, man, you're still here.
He's probably sick of humans.
You might be right. Just guys, stop taking my picture. I look exactly the same.
Yeah, he's I'm just out here living, man.
Hello, Shane. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Hey, all right. So I'll try to make this quick. So setting the scene, it was back in about the 90s, mid 90s. Before marijuana was legalized, I worked for a pretty large retail company, and we had this lady that was the HR director, and she would just bust your nuts on everything. I mean, just everything, especially when it comes to drugs. And you do anything, any kind of accident, anything wrong, she would run you in for a UA. So one day, a buddy of mine and I were walking through the parking lot, the employee parking lot, and just happened to walk by this car. And I noticed sitting right in the middle of the driver's seat is a pipe loaded with weed. And I'm like, oh, man, whose car is that? And so we started kind of asking around, found out it was her car.
Uh-huh.
And the pipe was right in the middle of the seat. So I told my buddy, I said, hey, let's go in and confront her on this, because she'd confront us. Let's go confront her. Now, I was smoking back in those days, but didn't really matter at this point. And so I asked him if he wanted to go, and he's like, hell no, I want nothing to do with that. I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I went into her office, closed the door, and gave her the old talk she gave other people. Hey, we got to have a talk. So we both sat down. I said, you got this pipe right in the middle of your seat. I think you might want to move that. You don't want anybody to see that. And she just starts denying it, telling me that I'm wrong. So I said, well, let's walk out there. We walk out there. Sure enough, right in the middle of her seat, well, she's saying that somebody had planted it. Somebody must have planted it there. It's like, yeah, your doors are locked. Your windows are up. Nope. And it was that spot. I don't know if you guys ever did this, but, when back in the day when you were smoking in your car, you might take your pipe and just kind of push it underneath your leg to kind of hold it.
Yeah.
And
that's what I've heard.
Yeah. And so and then later on she confronts me and says, hey, you can't tell anybody about that. And I said, I won't. I'm good with that. And she says, I have a daughter. She smokes, and she probably just left it in my car. And I said, so you sat on it and drove all the way to work with that under your butt? And I don't remember what she said in response, but the good news is, for the rest of my career with that company, I had no worries about having to take a drug test.
All right. Oh, yeah, nice. That works out, man. I think you did the right thing on that, man. I knew a guy. I knew him from Baltimore. He was from a different state originally. He's about 15 years older than me, and he told me he's going to move back to his home state. His eventual goal, he wanted to represent that state in the Senate of the United States. Cool. He actually pulled it off. Right, a couple of years have passed, but hey, man, I will not say the state, but I'm living in Baltimore, so he is visiting some friends in Baltimore, but he gives me a call. And he's like, hey, man, do you want to ride in the limo? Because he's got a limo now because he's a senator. Cool. We sit in his limo and we hotbox this thing. All right. I'm smoking a bowl with this guy, which we had done many, many times before, so it wasn't anything new. But one of the things that was coming up on the docket, so to speak, in addition to everything else they vote on, they were still fighting to legalize weed. And I mean, at this point, this is like 95 maybe, so it's nowhere close to passing even states, federal level, you name it. And I'm like, all right, man, well, now that you're in the United States Senate and we're back here hotboxing in your car, tell me that you're going to vote in favor of legalizing weed. He's like, no chance, man. I'm like, what are you talking? Dude, you've smoked weed as long as I've known you. He's like, and I'll smoke weed as long as you know me. But he's like, career suicide. So I said, you're telling me you're here smoking. I mean, and again, we're hotboxing your limo. But when you get down to D.C., you're going to vote against it. He's like, I got a whole speech written and everything that we got to say against it. And he goes, look, before you get mad at me, he goes, about 40% of the cats I work with, same thing.
Yeah.
They just don't. He's like, we get great weed because we have so much money. But he's like, as far as it being legal, he's like, no, we can't do it. Because, again, career suicide. I was like, for real, man? He goes, look, you know, when you work in the federal government, at least if you're a public face of it, you know, people we've heard of in Congress, it's like, you're an actor.
Yeah.
We mean about 25% of what we say. But he's like, yeah, he's like, trust me. They won't legalize prostitution. He's like, you cannot believe how many hookers are hanging out outside of the Capitol building on a regular basis. People have nicknames. Like, the hookers have nicknames for the regular clients. He's like, but they will never vote to legalize it. It's like, and weed is the tip of the iceberg. He's like, there are so many drugs in Congress, man. He's like, look, they're just people. He's like, but we're just liars. He's like, but we are going to pass some bills that benefit you. I'm like, all right, well, cool, man. But he's like, yeah, the weed is going to stay illegal.
From the hookers, I know are true.
Oh,
when I worked, because the AFL's at 16th and I Street, and Friday nights when I would get off, you got to drive by like the Mayflower, a couple of these famous hotels in D.C., and they all hung out on that one street. But you'd see limos and everything. But when Congress wasn't in session, you'd see a lot less hookers.
Yeah, they're not there, man. Yeah.
From the previous caller on the tortoise?
Yes.
All right, so the world's oldest living tortoise is 193 years old.
All right.
193 years old. The President of the United States was Grover Cleveland.
Jesus Christ.
For his second term
All right.
in office. Grover Cleveland. Our question, what is the most ridiculous situation you've dealt with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Richard. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fella.
Hola.
So this happened about 20 plus years ago. At work, and all of a sudden, here comes the boss out of his office, talking to employees. Well, there's a sheriff or a cop with him, and cop proceeds to tell us that we can't go outside on break. And we ask him why. He can't really get into detail. Well, about 2 minutes later, we start hearing gunshots. Well, apparently, the apartments across the street, someone had called police for something, domestic violence or whatever, and he ended up getting in a shootout with the cops, and a few stray bullets ended up hitting my work building. And, well, needless to say, he didn't make it.
Oh, that's typically how it goes. When
When you start shooting at the cops.
Yeah,
it's not going to end well.
Did anyone in your building get hurt, or did the bullets just hit the building itself?
They just hit the building themselves, but we were able to get off early with the rest of the day paid, so kind of worked out.
As long as somebody got shot inside.
Yeah, I like how there's always the silver lining. And then we got the rest of the day off. Yeah, he was gunned down, but dude, seriously.
Ding,
with
ding,
pay,
ding, 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 ding.
I got out of there.
Why are you home so early? What's the most ridiculous situation you've dealt with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Curtis. Welcome to the men's room.
Lady of the night.
Hola. That's for you, Mike.
Lady of the night. Here she is.
I was the night auditor at a hotel back about 20 years ago, basically working the front desk. And it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. I get a call from one of the guests who's like, yeah, there's this strange scratching outside my door. And when I look out, I don't see anything. And I'm like, oh, God, I'll come investigate. So I go up to the third floor, and I walk down the hall, and I look, and there's this guy on all fours, like just crawling around on the floor in the hall. And I'm like, sir, are you okay? And he gets up, and he's kind of looking at me, and he's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm fine, I'm fine. And I'm like, are you a guest here? And he's like, yeah, I'm over in room, 301 or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, 301's like the guest suite we have for this local comedy club. Like, so he must be like a comedian. I'm like, sir, what's your name? He gives me his name. So I'm like, okay, let me escort you back to your room. And he's like, well, I forgot my room key. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll have to go down, get you a new room key. So I go and check, and lo and behold, his name's on the registry. So I'm like, okay, well, sir, you need to go back to your room. And he's like rating the cookies, the free cookies we have at the counter, just like rating them. I mean, fistfuls of just cookies, chowing down. And I'm like, okay, hungry little fella. So I get him back to his room, get him his new card, let him in. I think everything's hunky-dory. I'm like, sir, you need to stay in your room. Like, that's it. The last warning, you got to stay in your room. So I head back downstairs, and about an hour later, I get another call from a different room. And they're like, there's some guy wandering around outside without a shirt on. Okay, can you deal with it? So finally I'm like, okay, that's it. I've had enough. So I called the manager and I'm like, hey, I got this guy that needs to be evicted, but he's in the special room, because we've got that suite for the comedians for the local comedy club. So, can I get okay to evict him? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. We're going to get some flack from the comedy club, but we got to go ahead and do it. So I'm like, okay. So I call the cops. They show up lickety-split. And they go up there, and they told me after the fact that when they went to evict him, he's like, where's my son? And they're like,
son?
Is there someone else here with you? Yeah. They're like, is someone else here with you? And he looks deadpan at the officer, and he's like, oh, no, he's with his mom. And they were like, oh, God. So they tore the room apart just to make sure there wasn't anyone in there or any indication that the kid had been there. But they came downstairs and asked what I wanted him, did I want him arrested or whatever. I'm like, no, get him off the property. So I thought that was that. I was just done with him. Then about 6 months later, I'm training my replacement. And she's like, what's the craziest thing you've ever dealt with? And I'm like, I'm telling her this story. And then I hear the ding of, the front desk bell. So I go with her to check in the next guest or whatever. And there's the comedian standing there, the guy that I had kicked out. And he's, dressed, really well, clean, straight shaven, everything. And he's like, hey, man, you were the guy that night that kicked me out. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, thank you so much for that. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because I got my life straight. He's like, my wife kicked me out. She had already taken my child. I had OD'd on some drugs.
Jesus.
I had a medical emergency on the route when the police were taking me. They took me to the hospital, and I swore off drugs and then there.
And that man's name is Eddie Murphy.
And now he's a late-night TV talk show.
Have you followed his career at all?
I don't. I know his name, but I have not followed his career. I've been meaning to look him up because every time I tell friends and family about this story, new friends or acquaintances or whatever, they're like, dude, that guy sounds nuts. Because, that when we went to the elevator to, get him back up to his room, he fell to the floor at one moment and started pawing at the carpet. And I'm like, sir, what are you doing? He's like, this is mine. I got to take it with me. And I'm like, sir, that's not yours. It's hotel property.
And it's
let's
carpet.
Get you back to your room.
Is this the hotel chain with, the famous cookie at chicken?
It's Otis Spunkmeyer cookies, and I don't think they're that famous. I think we've only got, two. At the time when I worked there, I think we only had 2 locations.
All right. Yeah, there's it's a double. Somebody has you check in and and it's an awesome cookie.
And they give you a cookie?
Yeah.
Never had that.
I've never had that experience. No. Man.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Otis Spunkmeyer, I only know from Subway.
That's a made up name.
What is the most ridiculous situation you've dealt with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
Look, even if it's your real name, I'd be like, do not put my name on the spot.
I think it's worse they made it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the spunk part.
Well, yeah, that's a bad sales pitch. I agree. Hello, Michael. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's up?
Hola.
So, yeah, I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs in Seattle, Washington. And I got a call after hours one day, and they go, hey, we need you to come clean up a suicide. I'm like, what?
What?
They go, yeah, you're grounds and transportation. That's your job. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, get up here as soon as you can. And I'm like, what? And they're like, just get here. So I get up there, and they go, yeah, you need to pressure wash the whole front entrance to the mental health building so that it looks good in the morning when people come in. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, just do it. So all the VA police are out there, and me and my buddy Misa from Samoa, we hook up the pressure washer to the truck, and we pull up in there with a front full tank, and we get the pressure washing. So it's the middle of the night. We don't have any lights really, and we do the best we can. So about 4 hours later, I get another phone call. Hey, it's not good enough. You need to come up here and do it again. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, you need to come up here and do it again. I'm like, all right, well, so, okay. So we go back up there, and the guy used a shotgun, and it was pretty widespread of the brain matter.
So it was everywhere.
Did you go, what?
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 I don't know how many times I said that day. And they were like, yeah, so you know, I don't, so we were pressure washing, and then we went to these flower beds, and we had these contractors that were doing weeding that day, and I'm looking at these flower beds, and I'm like, hey, there's some brain matter in there. And I told the contractors, like, yeah, you guys can't be pulling weeds in that flower bed right now. So we were there for like, I don't know, 10 hours all day, pressure washing. And then you had people walking back and forth from the parking garage to the front entrance on the main entrance. And we'd have to stop because we didn't want the mist generated, the blood-brain mist generated to get into the air so that people were breathing it and whatnot.
That is fair. What?
Somehow that broke up the severity of the story.
It did. Just because you kept saying it.
What?
It's like I was.
You got to clean that up. What? Like tonight. What?
It's brain matter. What?
I like he's just trying to stretch it out before he's like, all right, I'll do it.
It's a great employee technique.
What?
What?
Jesus.
I'm going to start doing that now. What?
You guys need to do this or that. What?
What is the most ridiculous situation you've had to deal with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
The man.
Chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. It's great to see everybody here. Oftentimes, food is a mainstay in TV shows and film alike.
Sure.
I just got done watching Black Rabbit. Highly recommend.
There's also The Bear. Apparently restaurant shows are all the rage. And then there's Food Network.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations.
Mm-hmm. Who's the guy that screams profanity all the time?
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
So these are just the 16 greatest food scenes in the history of Hollywood.
All right.
They're pretty, I'd say, iconic. Some of them, the food's the most important part. Some of it's just a good scene.
Okay. How about you tell us what was going on?
And we'll guess the movie.
We'll try to guess the movie.
Okay. 2 people drinking milkshakes.
No Country for Old Men.
No.
Damn it.
Drinking milkshakes.
2 people drinking milkshakes. And that's...
Is that When Harry Met Sally?
$5 for a milkshake? Oh.
Is it a mob movie?
No, but he's an Italian guy.
Throw Mama from the Train.
Pulp Fiction.
Ow!
See, I would go Kahuna Burger.
Throw Mama from the Train. Such a good guess.
Pulp Fiction might show up again on this list.
Right. Oh, yeah.
As they say, right? It's just the whole thing. It's Pulp Fiction. Vincent Vega is completely blown away by the fact someone would pay $5 for a milkshake. I got to try that. Also, a good reminder, kids, don't do heroin.
Side note.
Ted's right.
All right, now this is the one I wouldn't expect Mike to get.
All right.
It's a classic film. It's not a vacation film.
All right.
Man. Nobody's ever done it. They're outdoors.
Nobody's ever done
That's a giant hit.
What's his name? Hey, I get no respect. What's his face?
Rodney Dangerfield?
Back to School?
Jesus, man. I thought you guys would know this.
No.
No, the old 96er. In the great outdoors?
I don't know if I remember that.
I don't remember it as well as you do. I know
John
I've seen
Candy?
it. Right.
He goes in there and he's like, kind of like your story with the Dagwood. They go to that restaurant and he's like, I'll get the 96er. And they're like, oh, nobody's done it. And it's like this whole challenge.
Oh, right, yeah.
Does he do it?
And then, and then the chef's like, and the gristle.
Right, that's
He's like,
right.
Not the fat. He's got to eat the fat. They're like, eat the fat. The old 96er.
Yeah,
I thought you'd two be all over that one. This one, I don't know. I never saw this movie. So I'll just give you a hint. The Flounder Girl is in it.
Flounder Girl. Oh, halibut chick, Amy Taylor-Joy. What's her name?
Yeah.
Anya
Taylor-Joy, the Flounder chick.
Is that the menu?
It is the menu, Mike.
I actually just saw that recently.
Is that the one they're on the island?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a psychological horror film based around their obsessions tied to fine dining and 3 Michelin's experiences.
I did watch that movie.
It was an interesting watch.
And it wasn't great, wasn't bad, but
yeah.
So they say the whole scene with the cheeseburger.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a little it's a weird movie, but I won't give anything away.
Called her
but
a
it's,
flounder. You called her a halibut.
well, someone had said she looks like a halibut, but once you said the Flounder Girl, I'm like, okay, she looks like a fish, a sexy fish, Mike.
All right. Again, this is an older movie. This guy's a legendary actor. Legendary scene.
Paul Newman. Cool Hand Luke.
Boom!
All right.
How did you know that already?
Because he said legendary actor, so that narrows it down. You got Redford, Newman, Nicholson, whatever. And then I'm like, Paul Newman eating all those freaking boiled eggs.
I
right?
thought he was eating his own line of product.
No, he's eating 50 eggs.
Try the salad dressing. This is
Right.
amazing.
There could have been any number, right? 25, 30, 35. Luke just thought I could eat 50 eggs, but somebody said nobody can eat 50 eggs. Then he specific to the hour as the time limit, and basically he was just like, no, I'm going to do this.
And he ate 50 eggs.
He did. This one should be a pretty easy hint. Again, we're going over 16 famous foods and films. Fra ra 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 ra.
Oh, damn it. Which movie was that? Hang on. Man, if you did that now, people lose their freaking mind. I cannot. It was a comedy. I cannot think of the movie. God.
Christmas Story.
Yes.
After the dogs eat all the turkey and everything, they go to the Chinese restaurant.
Right.
Oh,
They
my
have
God.
duck. And remember the guy's like, sing the song. And they
Right.
keep so, it's not rah, rah, rah. It's la, la, la.
Right. No,
It's in the movie, folks.
Right.
All right, don't kill the messenger.
All right.
Simply the messenger here. You know, you're right. When I say it out loud, it sounds much, much worse. Let's see. Has anybody seen Birds of Prey?
No.
Mike? All right.
No.
Harley Quinn and the BEC sandwich?
Nope. Don't know.
Yeah. Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich devolving into a chase. Basically, I don't know. It's an iconic scene for an otherwise forgettable film.
Okay.
Forgettable film.
Yes. Throw brought this one up earlier. Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, noodle sucking.
Yeah, the spaghetti. I always forget. Like I always think she's the tramp, but it's not.
Right. And the tramp is just like a occasionally employed person.
Yeah.
I know. When you think of a tramp, you say like a tramp stamp, right? So you think,
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense in its other context.
well, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, this one disgusts me. I don't know. You two should know this for sure.
Alive.
No, well, no, they eat the butt first. I remember that. It's a legendary franchise.
All right.
He's always discovering stuff. He's going to other places.
Serve Jones.
Quigley Down Under.
Snakes for Dinner. Indiana Jones.
I don't remember Snakes for
Temple of
Dinner.
Doom.
Oh.
Yeah. They serve like live snakes hidden underneath another dish.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Why do I not remember that scene?
I don't remember.
Jones. I remember that.
Well, that's always kind of a thing in Indiana Jones, right? That
Snakes always pop up, right?
but he hates them.
He hates them amazingly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in real life, he's like, they don't bug me at all.
Oh, really?
He's that guy. Yeah, he's like snakes, spiders, none of that stuff bugs him. But Indiana Jones, like, hates all that stuff.
Which is weird, digging around all those temples and stuff.
Yeah, you would think, like, if snakes freak you out, maybe don't be an archaeologist in
Correct.
the jungle.
Now, here's a movie I've never seen, but Matilda and the Chocolate Cake.
I'm assuming they eat a chocolate cake.
Yeah, they say one of the 10 greatest movies.
Matilda. Okay, so she's a housekeeper.
All right.
And she is employed, so to speak, by the house masters. But the woman is a complete bitch. So she basically makes her a little cake bun after taking a crap in it.
Oh,
and then serves it to her and lets her eat it. Is that the wrong movie?
That is the complete.
Yeah. What is it? The Help? Is that The Help?
Did you just make that up?
No, that's The Help.
No, this was chocolate cake. They say the scene
It was
alone
a punishment.
caused 10% increase in chocolate cake sales nationwide.
That's probably not it.
That's The Help.
What happened to Matilda?
She didn't eat no poop?
No. This is a kid's movie.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Coming up, we'll drink it toast the weekend with a shot of the day. That's Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
Shame on.
And we celebrate the National Drummer Day on a Bad Choice Friday with Phil Collins. A song he admits has absolutely no meaning.
I don't remember because people were asking him about it. Like, what does that mean?
Is it a person? Is it a thing?
Well, doesn't he just say it's fun it makes him feel good to say the word?
That's almost exactly what he said.
A word he made up.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you need to know.
One of his biggest hits. Phil Collins in the studio taking on Night Ranger on a Bad Choice Friday. The drummer takes over the lead singer role.
It does not happen much. I remember the band Stryper. I believe the singer-songwriter, they were a terrible, stupid band.
Oh, there's always the Eagles.
That's right. He did sing.
Don Henley sings a lot.
Yeah.
I cannot think of any other bands where the drummer sings.
It's Kelly Keegy on lead vocals. Sister Christian by Night Ranger taking on Phil Collins and Sussudio. Vote now if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live. Those tunes coming up right after we drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Are you Googling drummers that sing?
Yeah, because it's got to be more.
That we've heard of, you know?
Most of the time, it's not the most common thing in bands. That's all.
Does Sheena Easton count? She's a percussionist.
I mean, you're right. It's like the Eagles, Genesis. They give Ringo Starr some credit.
All right, that's fair enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
What about, does Roger Taylor count for Queen?
But he's singing backups,
I don't know.
right?
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of backup
drummers that are
singers.
backup singers.
Sure, but
Matt Cameron sings backup.
Right.
Oh,
but
we're
lead
missing
vocals.
a giant one.
What genre of music are we talking?
Slow 70s, Sad How the Woman Died.
Sad How the Woman Died. Sad How the Woman Died. Boy.
I don't want to give you another hint because it'll be mean. Karen Carpenter played the drums.
Oh, Jesus whiz.
I can guess the clue.
I said it was sad.
I know.
Jesus whiz.
Way to bring it down to Positive Friday, Ted.
It is.
What is the most ridiculous situation you've had to deal with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
Ted, bringing the room down.
I know.
What?
What? Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
I can't say this. Dave Grohl did sing, I believe it's on Lithium. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now.
Did he?
Anyway.
They give Dave Grohl some credit, but
had to share that.
Okay.
Right.
And then he did go on to have a pretty good career, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that band, they're going to be somebody someday. That Foo Fighters.
So my story, I used to work for a recruiting place, for temp jobs and putting people to work. And the office I worked at was on Tacoma Mall Boulevard, right off I-5. And our building was it was an old bank that was converted into an office building. So I saw a guy was at work. I saw a guy walk down the drive-through, the driveway, and anyway, I didn't think anything of it because there's lots of transits and stuff around there. Well, I come out, get done with work, and I come out about a half hour, 45 minutes later, and the driver's side window of my car is busted out. So I'm like, oh my God. So basically, I had seen this guy. So I tell one of the office gals, call the police, report this. And I'm like, this guy couldn't have gotten too far if he's on his feet. So I just, peeled out of there in my SUV, and I saw him about a half a mile down the road, and he was just walking, and he saw my vehicle and just bolted running. So I pull into this parking lot of a apartment complex that had like a parking garage attached to it.
Yeah.
He runs up the stairwell. I slam on my brakes, get out of the car, go up the stairwell, chase the guy down, and he had taken like my passport. I don't know why I had my passport in my vehicle, which is stupid. But
So what is he going to do with your passport?
I have no idea. But I was pissed and I didn't want to replace it. He also took a pair of sunglasses, and this is kind of a funny part of the story. It was around Easter time, so I had some Cadbury eggs, the hard-shelled Cadbury eggs.
Did you eat those when you got them back?
I actually did.
Okay. just making sure.
Well,
Depends where he hid them.
Yeah. Well, he had them in his hand. He had the bag in his hand, and he had put the other stuff like in his coat. And I was like, "You need to give me my, mother effing stuff back." And he's like, "I don't have your stuff." And I'm like, "Those are my Cadbury eggs." And so
that'll teach him.
He knew I had them. And I'm like, "Look, buddy, I won't turn you in. Just give me my stuff back." And I was incensed. I mean, the guy probably saw the crazy in my eyes. I was about to beat the brakes off him. So he goes to open his coat to get my stuff out, and he has a machete underneath it, which is probably what, he used the handle to break the glass on my car. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what am I gotten myself into?
For Cadbury eggs.
For Cadbury, well, I mean, my passport. But anyway, he ended up turning the stuff over to me, and I just left.
Damn.
So
okay.
Didn't report him.
But you did eat the Cadbury eggs.
I did, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that'd be one of the things I would probably just throw away.
Yeah, it's something about, I don't know, especially when it has the body heat on it. Like, I'll tell you what, bro.
But you don't like Cadbury eggs.
I don't, but even any kind of food product that he might have taken from me.
Let me just ask you.
Peanut butter Twix.
Right. What if it's a Reese's egg?
I mean,
you gotta think of something you like.
No, this guy's had it in his coat. He's got it,
But it's still in the wrapper, man.
Nope.
Correct.
Really?
Nope. I don't take food into the bathroom at work.
You do it in Vegas.
That was a different situation.
Just saying.
But on the norm, I don't do that.
No, on the norm, you don't.
On the norm.
But you're not above it.
What is the most ridiculous situation you've dealt with at work? 206-803-ROCK.
I just I know how much you like Reese's. That's a Reese's peanut butter egg. You know you're eating it.
Yeah,
I would.
Bag of peanuts, probably taking that back.
Taking the peanuts?
Yeah.
All right.
Because, it's not opened.
The peanuts are shelled.
Sure.
I'm safe. Double layer.
Okay, say the peanuts are still in the shell, but he has opened the bag and had a few.
No.
So really?
Nope.
The peanuts, they're still safe inside of the shell.
What if he's got fentanyl on his hand or something? He goes in that bag and grabs
Yeah, all right, so I'm with Miles with this one. If the candy's open and there's like a piece missing, then no.
But a peanut's still in the shell. So he's opened the bag of peanuts.
Yeah, but he's been touching them.
Right.
Okay, fair enough.
I got a sore on him.
I'm just going to eat peanuts and get high.
That's not how you want.
Hello, Kenny. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, my story starts right around the time of COVID. I was out of work. I got a job at one of the local casinos, and I was doing security there. And the casinos had all reopened, and there's policies in place, a mask policy. You've got everybody has to show ID to get inside. And on this day, I happened to be on my lunch, and we all have radios, and so I'm on my lunch break in the employee dining room, and I hear a call over the radio, and the call is of another security officer at a door, and she's having some issues with a guest who has no ID and is requesting a lead. And so I think nothing of it, continue eating. And then a very short while later, she calls again on the radio, and she's like, I need somebody here right now. He's starting to undress. And So I'm looking at my watch, how much time I have left on my break, and deciding, yeah, this is totally worth me losing the rest of my break. And so I decide to start walking towards that door. And I get there right around the same time that my lead does. And sure enough, this guy is in the midst of undressing. At this moment, they still had like their coat on and like shirt, and that was about it. Well, and underwear. But they had removed their pants, shoes, and the guy was saying, "What do you need my ID for? This is me," like pointing to himself and whatnot. And we're like, everybody has to have ID to come in. Everybody has to have valid ID to come in.
And clothes.
And yeah, and clothes. And so the guy's like still in the midst of undressing, like he's strewn out on something. And my lead is trying to talk to him. And by now we've got about like 15 other officers around. And we're at this point trying to get him outside of the door, so back out into the parking garage, without using force. So it's all like he has to voluntarily walk out at this point, unless we're given approval to force him out. And
get naked, man.
Well, what did you end up doing with the guy?
So, well, the guy we eventually got him to go outside with just his underwear on. And
okay.
And so we get him outside, and we're talking to him like, dude, like, you can come in, but you got to have ID and you got to be clothed. And he's all start arguing with us, and we're like, all right, man, at this point, you have to leave. If you don't leave, we're going to call tribal police. Tribal police will take care of you. He's like, whatever and whatnot. My lead finally calls tribal police, and as soon as he hears that call, the guy starts walking up with just his underwear and socks on.
All right.
The following was the most amazing call I had ever heard. My lead was calling out to surveillance and all the other security officers, white male, departing property, white socks, and tighty-whities.
So
that's a lot of white. Yep.
I'm just saying, if I had changed my underwear and put on boxers, could I just say, I am not the guy you're looking for?
Unbelievable.
I'm clearly wearing black boxers, not tighty whities.
Why is it tighty whities too?
I don't know. I feel not a lot of people still rock the tighty whities. Last time I saw a guy in tighty whities in an unfortunate position, I was living in Belltown. Smoke alarm went off at like maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's not super late, not super early, whatever. But it's maybe 50 degrees outside. So everyone at least grabbed a hoodie. Like the building's not on fire, but there was smoke somewhere. So everyone in the building evacuates. We're all just kind of waiting outside to get the go ahead to go in. And a lot of people were chilly. A lot of people were in pajama pants and stuff. But you hear this guy's voice say, does anyone have a coat? And I turn around, and the only dude standing out there in just his underwear is this guy and his tighty whities. And that's the only thing no one can.
Did you give him his coat?
I'm not giving him my coat, man.
But you would eat the Cadbury egg.
Yes. I would eat the Cadbury egg.
You
but I
wouldn't
wasn't
give
gonna
a guy.
Well, no, I want you to understand. I did not give him a coat because he looked weird in his tighty whities. And I felt so bad for the guy because he was so ridiculous.
You didn't walk down there with an extra coat.
That is why. I'm not giving you my coat. I'm cold. I know you're colder than me, but dude, like so if the building were an inferno, I would get running outside like that. But like there are no flames. A smoke detector went off, man.
I don't know that I let people borrow a hoodie all the time, right?
Sure.
I don't know that I let my friends borrow them if they were shirtless.
Yeah,
you expect a little barrier between you, that guy, and your hoodie.
I would do it if you're shirtless, but something about the tighty whities is different than boxers. Like if you're wearing boxers or boxer briefs, it just looks less crazy to me.
What about a girl in one of your sweatshirts?
Well, sure, that's fine.
But it's just skin on the sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's fine. I just find it, I don't know. I just find it odd wearing a hoodie without a shirt to begin with. Like you got to be in a super hurry. And then, I don't know.
I wearing a shirt yesterday.
Yeah, I wear a hoodie.
You didn't wear a shirt underneath that hoodie?
No, just wearing a hoodie.
I never do.
That's so weird.
Why is that weird, man? It's like, look, I could have gotten a long sleeve shirt, right?
Yeah.
The temperature's dropping. It had a hood.
That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. I don't need a t-shirt.
Yeah, I just grabbed a hoodie that you
what if you go
complimented.
inside? It is a nice hoodie. I
Thank
did compliment it.
you. Yeah.
But what if you go somewhere, it's warm?
Then you push your sleeves
You're
up.
wearing your hoodie.
You pop that hoodie off, you got a shirt on.
Well, but I don't have that option, so it wasn't going to happen.
But
Or I'd be
already have a coat.
Or I'd just be shirtless.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at that point, I just have to suck it up. Like, man, it's warm in here. Because the studios have been really hot, right? And it was a little warm in here yesterday, but I'm like, all right, just push up the sleeves. I'll get through it. But there was no shirt under the hoodie. It was just hoodie. If you see me in a hoodie that's not zip up, then chances are the only thing I'm wearing. If it's zip up, I'm probably wearing a shirt under
That seems wild to me.
I'm a wild man. There was no shirt under that hoodie.
Why is that wild?
It's just hoodies are a top layer.
They are, but sometimes
body, shirt, sweatshirt.
What about you, Mike? Would you wear a hoodie without a shirt in between?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
All day. Not just like walking the dog in the morning.
No, that's how we go to work. That's how I come to work. Anytime I have a hoodie on, man, I don't have a shirt.
Somebody's got to help me out here.
What do you mean?
I think that's insane.
Why? Why can't you just put on a hoodie? Ooh, jeez, that was spit flew out of my mouth. Why can't you just wear a hoodie and like that? That is my top half for the
If
day.
it's plenty cold outside, you should be good.
I wore a hoodie in here the other day. It was so hot in this damn studio.
God, it was.
That's why I wore T-shirts the rest of the week.
What normal people wear a T-shirt underneath their hoodie, so when it gets hot, you still have a T-shirt.
Well, 75% of this room, normal is not doing that.
Yeah, that's all. You're the odd man out, Ted.
What if you go to a bar or a restaurant? It's hot in there. You live hot.
You have a zip-up hoodie. You have a zip-up hoodie.
Well, no, the zip-up hoodie to me
is
if
you're layering. Yeah.
Well, see, the zip-up hoodie helps me because then the coolness of the zipper hits my chest and I'm all good to go.
But see, I wear the.
Damn it, Mike. I can't believe you're shirtless underneath your sweatshirts.
Not all the time.
Well,
that's just, I don't know. It bugs me.
I can tell. This really irritates you.
It does. That's what I'm saying. If you're running an errand or it's the morning, you got to drop somebody off, whatever.
Sure.
You throw on a hoodie, no shirt. Okay, I get it. But all day?
I'm wearing a hoodie all next week. Every single day.
It's going to be a hoodie week.
Yeah, hoodie week. For the YouTube people.
Look, I run hot as
you call us hoodie and the blowfish.
I guess that's my. I just run hotter. I feel like I'd just be dripping sweat underneath this hoodie.
You probably would. You probably
gross.
would. Yeah.
Aren't you just sweating on the T-shirt then? So it's even hotter.
No, I'm saying if I wasn't wearing the T-shirt,
he would pull off the hoodie.
But you would have a T-shirt on underneath the hoodie.
I wear hoodies to work all the time, but as soon as I get it, I take them off.
Well, yeah, but you're wearing it like
that
jacket.
should be a zip-up hoodie.
All right, Ted, you're getting some love over here on the YouTubes. We got I wear a hoodie around the house with a shirt. I wear a shirt under a hoodie. Next thing Ted's going to say, you have to wear underwear under your pants.
Right.
I'm with Ted. Hoodies only here.
Most people are agreeing with you, Ted, as I'm looking at this. I'm with Ted, too. Hoodies only here, shirt underneath. Can't do zip-up hoodies. Yeah, I'm with Ted.
Not next week, you're not. It's going to be hoodie week.
It's going to be hoodie week.
It's going to bug me knowing that you're shirtless underneath those hoodies.
Oh,
what is happening?
I'll tell you what, I will pull off my hoodie in the middle of the show if I start getting night, Ted.
I'm going to pull up your hoodies and just like slap your tummies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right there.
Damn.
What is the most ridiculous situation you've dealt with at work? 206-803.
You know what? Not wearing a shirt underneath your hoodie is a travesty.
Yep.
What kind of shirt do you wear?
62,000 texts.
Do you wear a long sleeve shirt, a T-shirt? What kind of shirt?
No, just a T-shirt. Then you wear the hoodie. For me, it's all about you always got to have a system.
Understood.
Yeah.
My system was just put on the hoodie, and then I wore a jacket on top of the hoodie when I was outdoors. And when I got to work, pulled on my jacket. Yeah, I was shirtless.
Unless we're on a beach. If you're shirtless in my house and go, can I get a hoodie? I'll be like, put on a T-shirt first.
So you don't want the hoodie touching the skin. That's the weird thing.
Not your skin.
Okay. Well, what about yours?
Well, no, either. So I'm going to sweat. Now, again, a woman's completely different.
Okay, right. But you can sweat into a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Just not a hoodie.
No.
All right.
Okay. Now we know.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about people. Hello, Bernie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, you semi-naked dinosaurs.
You never know in this room, Bernie.
Bernie, do you wear a T-shirt under your sweatshirt?
I actually do not sometimes.
Yeah, thank you.
Bernie?
Thank you.
Yep. So about 10 years ago, I worked at a classic car parts warehouse down in California, and the owner and his buddy went to one of those big auto auctions, like in Scottsdale.
Sure.
And they each bought a car, 6 figures and then some. And a couple of weeks go by, and the car carrier shows up. And after work, they're out in the parking lot, and his buddy, Reggie Jackson, had bought a 69 Chevelle convertible 4-speed big block car for $125,000. And the boss man, the owner, he bought a Dick Harrell Camaro, who was a racer back in the late 60s and early 70s and died tragically. But this was one of his cars for $250,000. And I come out from the building, and there's Reggie Jackson doing burnouts in the boss's brand new $250,000 car.
It doesn't matter. It's Reggie Jackson.
Is your boss cool with it because it's Reggie Jackson?
Oh, yeah, they're buds. I'm standing next to him. I go, so is there going to be some payback involved? He goes, oh, yeah, don't worry.
Damn.
Okay.
Is Reggie Jackson still alive?
I believe so, yeah.
I honestly don't remember.
There were some legendary stories from Baltimore from Memorial Stadium about Reggie Jackson.
Yes, there were.
Yeah.
Now do one more, Mike.
Yeah, one more.
One more. Hello, Jimmy. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola.
Hola.
Reggie Jackson, 79, definitely alive.
Okay.
That's older than I thought.
Yeah. No, I was. My story is that I worked for Boeing for 30 years, but back in the 90s, I met my wife, and she wanted to go have a little bit of fun, and they got tunnels down underneath the company there, and it was back in the 90s. And she says, "Let's go down there and have some little bit of fun." So we went down. We went down in the tunnel. We were walking around, and we were looking for a room to go into. And then she found one, and we opened up the door, and there was a chair in there. And so we sat there and had a little bit of fun. And then about later on that morning, the earthquake happened back in the 90s. And back then, we didn't have telephones; we had pagers. And she turned around. She says, "Oh man, boy, you really rocked my world." And I said, "Man, we better get out of here." It was so dark; all the lights went out, sirens were going off, and we were trying to open up the door. Well, it shook the building so bad that actually the door got jammed, so we couldn't even get out of the door. And she was freaking out. She was screaming and hollering and everything. And they were. About a half hour, 45 minutes later, they came in down. You could hear people walking and pounding on doors and stuff. And they came in there and they opened up. They finally jarred the door open and they asked us, what were we doing in there?
Because it smells like butt.
Yeah. So they said that, hey, what are you guys doing down there? You got to come with us to security. And so we ended up going upstairs, getting into the security office. And when HR came in there, and they were trying to fire me because they were trying to ask her if we were doing anything down there, and she said no, we weren't doing anything, and but we were, and so we got. They tried to fire me, but they didn't. So I ended up working there till 2016, and then I retired.
Nice.
Oh, well done.
Okay.
Trapped in a room you had sex with in an earthquake.
Jesus. Ted versus the FCC is coming up at 4:35. And we get your emails on the way next in the men's room at KISW.com.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you had a productive week and are planning a positive weekend ahead.
You got any plans this weekend, Playboy?
Well, actually, my lovely wife procured tickets to the annual Four Lip Festival.
Do you mean the Tulip Festival?
I wish I did, but no. I'm going to the Four Lip Festival.
What is the Four Lip Festival?
It's like the Tulip Festival, but twice as boring.
It could have been the One Lip Festival, only half as interesting.
Four lip, one lip. I will be at the festival one way or another.
You sound very excited, man.
The tone in my voice right now, this tone is exactly how excited I am. But before the Four Lip Festival, let's review the week that was, where we make corrections to or apologize for any mistakes or misstatements that have been made on this program.
Man, who keeps track of all this stuff anyway?
Sometimes it's our viewers expressing concerns, but mostly it's Dolores in HR.
Dolores in HR, Commissioner of the Fun Police.
No comment. First, I wanted to address a statement made earlier this week about the military conflict that broke out between the countries of Algonia and Salvanistan.
Yeah, man, that is sad stuff.
Agreed. War is always a sad result. But you suggested that the Prime Minister of Algonia threatened to attack Salvanistan with disco performers.
Yeah, I think that's weird too, man, but that's what he said.
He said no such thing, Felix.
The Prime Minister of Algonia said he would attack Salvanistan with Shaka Khan, a noted and highly respected disco diva.
The Prime Minister of Algonia did not say he was going to attack Salvanistan with Shaka Khan. The Prime Minister said he would attack with shock and awe.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense, man. I don't want to say nothing, but I was like, man, what's Shaka Khan going to do?
It's my personal belief that Shaka Khan would have achieved nothing. Lovely voice, but I'm unaware of any combat skills. And Felix, before you even asked, no, Shaka Khan did not beat up Mr. Spock. That was a character named Only Khan from the Star Trek franchise.
There was also Shere Khan from the Jungle Book.
Kublai Khan, the 13th century Chinese emperor.
His grandfather, Genghis Khan.
And Jacksonville Jaguars owner, Shahid Khan.
I feel bad for that man.
How can you not? But we digress. Another correction from the week that was involves Felix's instructional CPR videos that aired earlier.
I put a lot of time and effort into that video, man.
The video itself was fine. Actually, Felix, it was very well educated, and I'm not going to lie, both me and my lovely wife took notes and plan on attempting your CPR this weekend.
After the Four Lip Festival.
Thank you, Felix. Yes, after the Four Lip Festival.
Just follow my instructions in the video and you will not be disappointed, man.
I don't expect to be.
Then what was the problem with my CPR video?
When we promoted and broadcast your CPR instructional video, the overwhelming majority of our audience were expecting it to be related to rendering first aid.
What? That's crazy, man.
Not really, Felix. Most people equate CPR with cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
No, man, no. My CPR video was about my recipe for creamy portobello risotto.
And again, your preparation was inspiring.
Thank you.
But it was not all what people were anticipating.
Actually, we just got an email from one of our viewers who watched Felix's CPR video.
Please share.
This email is from Beatrice in Lexington, Kentucky. She admits that she didn't expect a CPR instructional video to feature risotto preparation, but she and her husband watched it anyway. They even followed along with the recipe.
And
she says that the risotto not only turned out really well, but it was some of the best risotto she's eaten.
Thank you, Beatrice in Lexington.
Her email continues. Because of the copious amounts of butter in your recipe, my husband suffered a heart attack. I couldn't help my husband because I never learned how to do CPR.
I think we should go to break.
Agreed. Thank you for joining us for the week that was. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, you've heard of goat yoga, but we have a new trend sweeping the nation, tarantula massages. But first, interesting news from the personal care company Duo Lever. They have developed a new non-toxic soap designed specifically to wash out your child's mouth.
Do people still do that, man?
I guess enough people still wash their kids' mouth out with soap that Duo Lever is introducing this new soap, Profanaway.
Profanaway? Come on, man.
Profanaway. They're saying that this soap is a safe and effective way to punish your children should they use profanity.
Man, I wish they had that soap when I was a kid. My mouth got washed out a lot.
I can imagine.
I used to get my mouth washed out with soap a lot, too. What brand of soap did your parents use?
My parents washed my mouth out with whatever soap was on sale. I think Ivory soap was on sale the most.
My parents used Irish Spring a lot. The best was Dove. It kind of tasted like coconut.
What was the first bad word you said they got your mouth washed out, Bonnie?
Well, I can't say the word, but technically it refers to an anus, or an irritating or contemptible person, and begins with the letter A.
Yeah. My first bad word technically means to fornicate with a woman who has a child, and it starts with the letter M.
I think I know the word.
What about you, Playboy? What kind of soap did your parents use in your mouth?
Me? I never had my mouth washed out with soap. I didn't cuss or use profanity.
You never cussed?
No, sir.
Never?
Never,
ever?
Never, no. I did not and do not cuss. I would never need Profanaway.
You never said a bad word, Playboy?
No.
What about when you stub your toe?
No.
What about when you drop your pizza?
No.
What about when you drop your pizza face down?
No.
Fall down the stairs?
No.
Get poked in the eye?
No.
Spill hot coffee in your lap?
No.
Sit on a wet toilet seat?
No.
Hear your girlfriend's husband come home early?
What? No, absolutely not. Look, I just prefer not to use profanity. Cheese and rice. Dagnabbit. Phooey. Baptist preacher. Son of a biscuit.
Mother Francis!
Judas priest. Heavens to Betsy. Mother of pearl. Present. Fraggle rock. Good googly moogly. Philadelphia cheesecake.
Well, sometimes you use bad words.
I do no such thing.
What about when the teleprompter malfunctions?
The teleprompter malfunction is not my fault. I just read what you enter.
But sometimes it goes wrong, and then you cuss. We have the evidence.
Hundreds of people gathered downtown to eat shit. Eat shiitake mushrooms at the annual Mushroom Festival. Oh, God. Doctors are asking people to avoid eating ass. Asparagus during the current recall. Oh, local chef Mario Parmigiani, fresh off his James Beard Award, says the secret to his world-famous deviled eggs is adding a liberal amount of cum. Cumin, adding a liberal amount of cumin to the yolks. A woman is suing her coworker, claiming that every day she makes the office smell like she, quote, took a big old shit.
Damn, Stone.
Shih Tzu. A Shih Tzu.
A dog. The Shih Tzu, man.
Rumor.
That was not cool. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it looks like I'll be ordering new Profanaway soap from Duo Lever. The safe way to wash out a mouth as a punishment for cussing. We'll be back next hour.
KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, we'll drink and toast the weekend with a shot of the day that is Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
We know that tomorrow you are also celebrating National Drummer Day. We are too here on a Bad Choice Friday with the one and only Phil Collins.
I feel so good.
Yeah. Phil Collins, the studio, taking on Night Ranger on a Bad Choice Friday. Not singing on this one. It's the drummer, Kelly Keegy, Sister Christian from Night Ranger. How are we doing on the voting right now, Ted?
Somebody was in the lead, and then to use a little F1 talk, there was an overtake.
Oh, really?
There is. The lead has changed.
So this has been neck and neck, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm surprised at that.
Which one do you want to win?
I'm guessing Susudio. Because you dance every time we play.
But today I feel like Susudio.
I'm saying every time the song has come on today, you immediately break into dance.
Yeah.
And smile.
Vote now if you follow us on X and Men's Room Live. One of those two tunes coming up right after we drink and toast with the shot of the day.
I had you hit the gunshots because, what's the movie where Mark Wahlberg's the porn star or whatever?
Boogie Nights.
Yes.
Isn't it Boogie Nights where they go to buy that guy's blow or whatever and that song's on and the other guy's just throwing fireworks and stuff in the background?
I do not remember all that. I remember the movie vaguely, but just not the scene.
Oh, damn.
Did anyone poop in a cake? Should order that and not get a shirt.
That is a really great hoodie. Matter of fact, I'm going to wear it next week without a shirt on.
It's hoodie week next week.
I almost wore it today, but with a shirt on.
No, I'm not.
That's weird.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Next week, hoodie week. Please join us. Wear hoodies.
It's a great
without
hoodie.
Shirts underneath.
It's a great hoodie. Available now at the Rocket. Also, the Men's Room Drinking Team tee is there.
Yeah, but don't wear the tee and then put the hoodie on
Underneath
over.
the hoodie. You just wear the hoodie.
No,
and then
wear
save the
a
t-shirt
t-shirt
for another day.
They have to wear a T-shirt.
How much
Miles.
laundry do you do on the weekends?
With all those T-shirts and hoodies you wear.
You're wearing a lot of different clothes.
Well, now that I'm Steve Jobs, is wearing black T-shirts. I got to watch. I got 4 of them. I need a 5th.
I thought you need to buy more black T-shirts.
What was the Steve Jobs revelation?
Well, remember he always wore the same turtleneck and pants,
Right.
And he simply
Is
said,
this the year of Steve Jobs? What are you doing?
"But since now we're on YouTube,
just give it easy."
Instead of worrying about what shirt to wear, this and that, I was like, I was just like, you know what? I have like a lot of the same black T-shirts. I'll just wear the same black T-shirt every day.
Keep it simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
He always said it was.
So
one
you
less
wear
thing
the
to
same
do.
T-shirt every day, and we're weird for wearing a sweatshirt without a T-shirt underneath.
Well, I bought like 3 of them.
Yeah.
So, but you got to do a lot of laundry.
Yeah. Sounds that way.
All those hoodies.
Well, the weekend I wear colors.
Do you make it a
crazy.
point like I'm putting on color?
Tomorrow I'll be in blue.
Wild.
Whoa.
Wild. One from our question today about working with the public. Pachola's, I was a hostess at a corporate restaurant with too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yep.
One day, one of the idiot managers came to talk to us because a woman, she called and complained that the hostesses were rating the men 1 through 10 at the front table, the desk there. I was shocked and asked him, "Did you explain to this woman that everything we do is numbers? 2 to table 6 or 2 to table 10. We'll be ready in 5 minutes."
Christ.
He said no, that we need to be more careful with what we said because he had to apologize to her and send her a gift certificate so she would return. I guess you wouldn't have complained if we set them at table 10 instead of table 3. Positive Friday. That from Granny P.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Be more careful. No, that's how it works at restaurants.
You would hate to see the nicknames they put on those tickets.
Man, so I'll put it this way. If you are with a big group of people, say there's 6 or more, you're seated at a table, you've all placed your order, that wait person is very happy. Anytime someone who is not your waiter or waitress comes to the table and serves your food, so a lot of times the boss boy will help out and they know where to drop the dish, and you're like, man, that's amazing. Because on the ticket, you are described physically, right? So it's not like nice guy. It's like dude a big nose on the end, fat lady.
That's my food.
Lazy eye. Right? I mean, seriously, and it's not to be mean, but it's going to come off mean because you are physically identified, right? And that way the person who's not your way, somehow they know that you ordered the clam chowder even though you never talked to them.
Time for a few birthdays from the brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Feels so good if I just say a word.
Dip responsibly.
Hey, guys.
That includes you, Phil Collins.
Smokey McRafer here. Well, I do declare it's my daughter Serenity's birthday today. She's 13. The teen regimen begins, but I'm not worried. My daughter, a.k.a. Little Bit, sweetest girl in the world, and I'm so damn proud to be your dad. Hope Mom and Mommy's girlfriend, and I can give you the best birthday today yet. Could you get an introduction to the teen years from Coach Ted and some dad jokes? Love you guys so much, and rock on. Let's see. There we go.
All right, you're 13. I'm just going to be honest with you, kid. The next few years are going to be rough, all right? There'll be highs and lows. Being a teenager kind of sucks sometimes, though. All right, some people are going to be mean to you. 10 years from now, you won't care. You might care then. You got to get through high school. Wear your socks. Take some showers. Other than that, just know. Some things that happen in high school, while seem like a big time at the big deal at the time, will not be later on. You'll be fine. Hang in there.
I don't really have any appropriate 13-year-old jokes. I've got some Mike Tyson jokes.
There you go. He's current.
What does Mike Tyson use to chat with a pope?
What does he use to chat with the Pope?
When he wants to chat with the Pope, what does Mike Tyson use?
The phone?
No, FaceTime. What did Mike Tyson say to Vincent Van Gogh?
Can I take a bite of your ear?
Now you're going to eat that? Close. What do Chris Hemsworth and Mike Tyson have in common after a workout?
They're Thor.
They're both Thor. That's exactly right.
Nice.
What's Mike Tyson's locksmith called?
I don't know.
Keith. How does Mike Tyson get rid of his meth?
He cleans it up.
He hired a housekeeper. What does Mike Tyson wear to the dentist? You got this, Ted.
What does Mike?
It's on your mind all day. What does Mike Tyson wear to the dentist?
What?
A teeth hurt. And finally, why does Mike Tyson refuse to buy PlayStation?
I don't know.
He's an ex-boxer.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
I thought you said phony.
Yeah. Hello. Could you give my daughter Emma a birthday shout-out? She's 19. She would enjoy a fart montage and dealer's choice there, Mike. You guys rock. We both listen either live or on podcast. Absolutely love Big Dummy. Thanks, guys. That's from Mom and Bear, a.k.a. the Dad. Happy 20th birthday, Jay. Have fun in Hawaii. I wish you the best of luck in your studies for radiology tech. Lots of love. That from Acacia. Dealer's choice, Mike. And since it's dealer's choice, I'm going to finish off these dad jokes. All right. What's the difference between marriage and prison? What is the difference between marriage and prison?
I don't know.
You can still have sex in prison. Ted, always remember, no matter how many socks you put on a bear, it will still have bare feet.
Okay. That's just common sense, dude.
Yep. Still more.
That'd be hard to put a sock on a bear.
Sometimes.
If it doesn't want you to.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I wonder about all the people in my lifetime.
Oh, yeah?
That I've given directions to. Where did they go? Did they make it?
I see. Okay.
Not everyone thinks that Cleopatra is beautiful.
No?
But that's how Julius Caesar. I went to my psychic yesterday, knocked on the door, and she said, "Who is it?" So I left. And finally, I once explained to my 4-year-old daughter, it's okay sometimes to poop your pants.
Oh, yeah?
She still makes fun of me for doing it, though. Gentlemen, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Chrissy. Can't wait to celebrate our 10-year anniversary next June, babe. Can I get Coke, Ted, getting us hyped up for the Mariners next year? Love you all. Thanks, guys, and appreciate it.
All right, Coke Ted. Oh, for the Mariners next year. Coke Ted's been waiting for this. I'll be honest with you, I barely slept last night. I've been online battling out with Yankees jackasses. Mariners are going to be good. They're going to make some signings. They're going back to the playoffs. And hopefully they're going to win a World Series. Just go to the World Series, Mariners. We need this. And apparently half the country thinks I'm the biggest Mariners fan ever.
Bald-ass idiot.
Nice.
Yeah.
All the fellas, I want to wish a happy 42nd to the best brother ever, Steve. He's cracking some golf balls and crushing some beers in Vegas right now. Have a blast this weekend with your wifey. You deserve it, dude. Lots of love from your favorite, because she owns a bar, sister, Suzanne. Dealer's choice there, Mike, for Suzanne's brother.
Uh-oh, look out.
Oh, he's sad.
Chestnut!
He's always a little sad.
What's sad?
He's a Tottenham fan.
Oh, damn.
Guys, my boyfriend Nathan loves your show. He's been following you for years. It's his 35th birthday today, the 14th. Could he get a massive bong rip? And could Coach Ted offer any life advice about getting older? Maybe a Go Hawks as well.
All right. Tell you one thing, Coach Love 35. Solid age, man. You're right there. Not quite 40 yet. You're old enough to be smart. But here's the main things. We got to stretch more. We got to buy a lot of Advil. We got to stack some cash, a.k.a. save some.
That pretty much covers it.
Right? It seems about 30. I mean, you should hopefully you have some. But, yeah, 35 is definitely a good
Start
time.
doing it, man.
Hey, guys, finally, happy birthday to my husband, Aaron Davis. So glad we get to celebrate with you this year. That from the lovely wife, Kristen Dealer's Choice as well there. Mike, whatever you want to give it.
You like that? You like that? Are you me?
Please clap.
Also, birthday to my good buddy, Eddie Blackburn. He's a promoter, used to be a fighter.
right.
Anybody that knows MMA in the area knows him. Mike, give him your penis is too small.
Oh, nice. MMA guy.
He used to be a fighter.
That's going to work out well for you.
I'm sure he'll hear about it.
I heard those Mike Tyson jokes. No, you didn't. Maybe I did. No, he didn't. All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Think about it, okay? I think it's time that we go back in time to the last time that we played Ted versus the FCC. So if we could, let's go back in time. Time.
Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Fut Buck.
3 times fast.
Short City Shelley sits while Shy
That was quick. Let's do it again.
And now, everyone's favorite daytime game show, where one person could lose $325,000 and their job, or win and walk away with nothing. It's time for Ted versus the FCC.
So tired. So tired. We forgot that you missed this a few weeks back, so we didn't bring it back. So today I finally remembered, so you're going to try this one again.
Yeah.
That voice sounded deep in that replay.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
Yeah.
This one comes from our listener, Joe, and he submitted it before. This is round 2 on Ted versus the FCC. And it goes something like this. Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Buttbuck. The way we do Ted versus the FCC, 1 time through, 3 times fast.
You got it, man.
Let's do this. All right.
For the hoodie wearers.
For my guy, Cal Raleigh. Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shirley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Buck.
3 times fast.
Short City Shelley sits and Shy City Shelley sits while sipping City Schlitz and petting Fat Chuck Buck.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna need a round 3 on that one.
That's a weird guy to pet.
I'm not, yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm not the MVP either, Cal.
Cal's probably like, I could have done it, though.
I thought the S's were going to get me.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Turns out Fut Buck throws you off a little bit.
Coming up at 5:08, we will drink a toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you had a productive week and are planning a positive weekend ahead.
You got any plans this weekend, Playboy?
Well, actually, my lovely wife procured tickets to the annual Four Lip Festival.
Do you mean the Tulip Festival?
I wish I did, but no. I'm going to the Four Lip Festival.
What is the Four Lip Festival?
It's like the Tulip Festival, but twice as boring.
It could have been the One Lip Festival, only half as interesting.
Four lip, one lip. I will be at the festival one way or another.
You sound very excited, man.
The tone in my voice right now, this tone is exactly how excited I am. But before the Four Lip Festival, let's review the week that was, where we make corrections to or apologize for any mistakes or misstatements that have been made on this program.
Man, who keeps track of all this stuff anyway?
Sometimes it's our viewers expressing concerns, but mostly it's Dolores in HR.
Dolores in HR, Commissioner of the Fun Police.
No comment. First, I wanted to address a statement made earlier this week about the military conflict that broke out between the countries of Algonia and Salvanistan.
Yeah, man, that is sad stuff.
Agreed. War is always a sad result. But you suggested that the Prime Minister of Algonia threatened to attack Salvanistan with disco performers.
Yeah, I think that's weird too, man. But that's what he said.
He said no such thing, Felix.
The Prime Minister of Algonia said he would attack Salvanistan with Chaka Khan, a noted and highly respected disco diva.
The Prime Minister of Algonia did not say he was going to attack Salvanistan with Chaka Khan. The Prime Minister said he would attack with shock and awe.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense, man. I don't want to say nothing, but I was like, man, what's Chaka Khan going to do?
It's my personal belief that Chaka Khan would have achieved nothing. Lovely voice, but I'm unaware of any combat skills. And Felix, before you even asked, no, Chaka Khan did not beat up Mr. Spock. That was a character named Only Khan from the Star Trek franchise.
There was also Shere Khan from the Jungle Book.
Kublai Khan, the 13th century Chinese emperor.
His grandfather, Genghis Khan.
And Jacksonville Jaguars owner, Shahid Khan.
I feel bad for that man.
How can you not? But we digress. Another correction from the week that was involves Felix's instructional CPR videos that aired earlier.
I put a lot of time and effort into that video, man.
The video itself was fine. Actually, Felix, it was very well educated, and I'm not going to lie, both me and my lovely wife took notes and plan on attempting your CPR this weekend.
After the Four Lip Festival.
Thank you, Felix. Yes, after the Four Lip Festival.
Just follow my instructions in the video and you will not be disappointed, man.
I don't expect to be.
Then what was the problem with my CPR video?
When we promoted and broadcast your CPR instructional video, the overwhelming majority of our audience were expecting it to be related to rendering first aid.
What? That's crazy, man.
Not really, Felix. Most people equate CPR with cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
No, man, no. My CPR video was about my recipe for creamy portobello risotto.
And again, your preparation was inspiring.
Thank you.
But it was not all what people were anticipating.
Actually, we just got an email from one of our viewers who watched Felix's CPR video.
Please share.
This email is from Beatrice in Lexington, Kentucky. She admits that she didn't expect a CPR instructional video to feature risotto preparation, but she and her husband watched it anyway. They even followed along with the recipe.
And
she says that the risotto not only turned out really well, but it was some of the best risotto she's eaten.
Thank you, Beatrice in Lexington.
Her email continues. Because of the copious amounts of butter in your recipe, my husband suffered a heart attack. I couldn't help my husband because I never learned how to do CPR.
I think we should go to break.
Agreed. Thank you for joining us for the week that was. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, you've heard of goat yoga, but we have a new trend sweeping the nation: tarantula massages. But first, interesting news from the personal care company Duo Lever. They have developed a new non-toxic soap designed specifically to wash out your child's mouth.
Do people still do that, man?
I guess enough people still wash their kids' mouth out with soap that Duo Lever is introducing this new soap, Profanaway.
Profanaway? Come on, man.
Profanaway. They're saying that this soap is a safe and effective way to punish your children should they use profanity.
Man, I wish they had that soap when I was a kid. My mouth got washed out a lot.
I can imagine.
I used to get my mouth washed out with soap a lot, too. What brand of soap did your parents use?
My parents washed my mouth out with whatever soap was on sale. I think Ivory soap was on sale the most.
My parents used Irish Spring a lot. The best was Dove. It kind of tasted like coconut.
What was the first bad word you said they got your mouth washed out, Bonnie?
Well, I can't say the word, but technically it refers to an anus, or an irritating or contemptible person, and begins with the letter A.
Yeah. My first bad word technically means to fornicate with a woman who has a child, and it starts with the letter M.
I think I know the word.
What about you, Playboy? What kind of soap did your parents use in your mouth?
Me? I never had my mouth washed out with soap. I didn't cuss or use profanity.
You never cussed?
No, sir.
Never?
Never,
ever?
Never, no. I did not and do not cuss. I would never need Profanaway.
You never said a bad word, Playboy?
No.
What about when you stub your toe?
No.
What about when you drop your pizza?
No.
What about when you drop your pizza face down?
No.
Fall down the stairs?
No.
Get poked in the eye?
No.
Spill hot coffee in your lap?
No.
Sit on a wet toilet seat?
No.
Hear your girlfriend's husband come home early?
What? No, absolutely not. Look, I just prefer not to use profanity. Cheese and rice. Dagnabbit. Phooey. Baptist preacher. Son of a biscuit.
Mother Francis!
Judas priest. Heavens to Betsy. Mother of pearl. Present. Fraggle rock. Good googly moogly. Philadelphia cheesecake.
Well, sometimes you use bad words.
I do no such thing.
What about when the teleprompter malfunctions?
The teleprompter malfunction is not my fault. I just read what you enter.
But sometimes it goes wrong, and then you cuss. We have the evidence.
Hundreds of people gathered downtown to eat shit. Eat shiitake mushrooms at the annual Mushroom Festival. Oh, God. Doctors are asking people to avoid eating ass. Asparagus during the current recall. Oh, local chef Mario Parmigiani, fresh off his James Beard Award, says the secret to his world-famous deviled eggs is adding a liberal amount of cum. Cumin, adding a liberal amount of cumin to the yolks. A woman is suing her coworker, claiming that every day she makes the office smell like she, quote, took a big old shit.
Damn, Stone.
Shih Tzu. A Shih Tzu.
A dog. The Shih Tzu, man.
Rumor.
That was not cool. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it looks like I'll be ordering new Profanaway soap from Duo Lever. The safe way to wash out a mouth as a punishment for cussing. We'll be back next hour.
Now, you can watch The Men's Room live on YouTube. Subscribe at KISW Rock. The Men's Room titillates your ears when you listen on the radio or Odyssey app. Teases your taste buds when enjoying Men's Room IPA. And now, you can watch The Men's Room live on YouTube. It's as close to actually being in the studio as you can get. Thanks to The Incident. Touch and smell unavailable. Find us on YouTube and subscribe at KISW Rock from Seattle's Sensory Annihilation Station. 99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up here at 5:08, we'll drink and toast the weekend with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Resource officers started handing out tickets to students at an elementary school in Indiana for using the phrase 6-7.
I saw that, and it's like, look, man, you might not like it because we get old. That's what happens. But every generation, there's a chunk of words that we say that adults don't like or don't understand. It will always be that way. Relax.
Kids are allowed to have and say stupid things.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they do. Why do you care?
Right.
Why does it bother you?
It's not offensive. Yeah. It's not. It's.
You know what, kids? Start saying 69.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They probably like, guys, stop saying 69.
Right, 60 noise. They're saying
you think
6
that's funny?
So
okay.
Right. It's their inside joke. Let them have their inside joke. Yeah, I don't understand it. It's nonsensical. It has no basis.
But whatever. But
guess what? We're old. We don't get to get these things.
Actually, I kind of walked myself into this. My daughter was like, wait, what year were you born? I said 1969. And she chuckled. I said, really? She goes, no, because you're old. I'm like, oh,
ew.
Damn, okay.
She's not laughing while we're laughing.
And then she gave me the look like, why? How immature are you? Like, that's the look she's giving me. She's like, I'm laughing at you because you're old. I'm like, I misstepped there. My bad.
Wildlife history has been made in Europe as beavers have been released into the Scottish Highlands.
Yeah!
Scottish beavers.
Let's book my ticket.
There's no trees around here to jump down.
The teeth.
What am I going to dam, Loch Ness?
The size of the teeth.
Look at them size of them teeth.
It's like Sputnik.
What are you wearing under your kilts?
Right. Is that a beaver under that?
Look at Drew, he's been turned into a bagpipe.
Why did they release him into Scotland? Is there a tree problem?
No, I think there are native beavers to Scotland. Damn Scottish beavers.
Well, actually, their damming does serve a practical purpose.
Sure. But they're very excited.
It messes up some people's stuff, though.
It depends. If you're a farmer, you might not get as much water as you normally would.
Or a moonshiner.
Well,
don't like the beavers.
There's nothing like a Scottish beaver.
But in the event of a torrential rainstorm, those dams act as levees and bridges.
I won't beat a beaver with a golf club.
Like Bernie's, where he's got his landscaping stuff, right? It's like on this big farm he rents out.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of property, but part of it they were having issues because these beavers kept building dams and cutting off the water supply to other stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Damn beaver.
That's what they do.
Scottish. Hey, the quality Scottish beaver.
The Scottish beaver is more aggressive.
Yeah, it's already drunk and angry. And it's saying the C word a lot.
The fuzziest beavers on earth.
Aye, laddie.
I bet they are.
A new study suggests that speaking 2 languages slows the aging process. That's why I'm surprised.
Parquet.
Attaboy, Ted.
Parquet.
Yeah.
Hola. See, you listen to the show, you live longer.
Butter.
Right. Parquet. You don't remember the commercial?
I was saying parquet.
I know, but there was parquet. Was it margarine or was it
margarine?
Butter? It was margarine. Why did he keep saying butter?
Oh, the other one said butter. The butter.
Oh, all right. So it's an old commercial from the 70s, man. We're reminiscing.
All right, I can't believe it's not butter.
I actually said that when I tried it.
I can't believe it's not parquet.
Can't believe it's not beaver.
Can you eat beaver?
Beaver spread. I'm sure you can.
Oh, yes, you can, Ted. Yes, you can.
All right.
Some of us love it.
All right. Not you.
Never cooked.
Is that why you weren't allowed to do Movember?
Jesus.
Oh, it flies because we're still talking about the animal.
Yes.
All right, time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day. Put your thinking caps on, boys. I give you guys a 90% chance of success on this one.
Uh-oh.
It is a noun, and it's an H word referring to the period of one's greatest popularity, vigor, or prosperity. An H word referring to the period of one's greatest popularity, vigor.
Heyday.
The heyday.
Right.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Or the heyday. Hey. Everything changed that day.
That's right. Oh, geez. The Chinese astronauts have safely returned home after being stuck in space.
How did they get back in 9 days? Our guys are up there for 9 months, I believe it was.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they're like, they're 9 days late. I'm like,
is China like a government thing or
government?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's Chinese, it is government.
I think the Chinese just said, bring them down. I don't care. Don't bring them
it
down.
also could have been they're lucky to be back, right? Because our whole thing was we don't know if we can safely get you back on this capsule. Turns out the capsule returned fine. They just weren't in it. The Chinese may have been like, we don't know if we can get you down safely. Get on the goddamn spaceship and let's see. That could have been the whole thing.
A new study found saying the word more frequently may signal a cognitive decline.
Now, we had one caller earlier who's going down, man.
What?
It's a fact.
Or he was meditating. One of the two.
Actually, I'm going to come back to that one. I read it too early. The largest male great white shark ever recorded was just tagged off the coast of New Jersey.
It was smaller than I thought it was.
Well, keep in mind
big.
it's tagged. So that means they bring it up. Have you ever seen those platforms that they have on the side?
Yeah,
the large vessels. They pick it up and they wash it off, keep a hose on it, and then tag it.
So it was what? Was it 13 or 16?
13 feet long, more than 1,600 pounds.
Yeah, girthy.
He's probably on his way up to the buffet that is Cape Cod.
Yeah.
He's probably like, what the hell, guys?
Yep.
Well, Steve,
go eat.
The great white ones are smaller.
Ain't so great now, are they? Have you seen the Shack Shark? 27 feet long.
He's got a rudder underneath him.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I like swimming in cold water.
Great, that's you.
Glad you brought back the seals.
According to the YouTube there in Hunch Bunch, the Chinese astronauts use the escape pod, but the people are still up there, don't have a way down now.
Well, okay, so we traded one for the other. Come on down. What happens to us? No.
They fell with the Death Star plans.
That's like a real life episode of Survivor. All four of us are up there, they're throwing our yo, let's get in the escape.
Don't tell the other guy.
They're gone.
We got immunity.
It's not an Irish exit now, it's a Chinese exit.
Yeah, that's the question. Did the other guys know they did that?
That's what I'm saying.
What the?
Where's Kim? How about a heads up?
Brings back our other caller.
They're fine. They got an air fryer.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, you brought up the word what, so you know what? Let's get right back around to it. There's a lot of verbal crutches that we tend to use and lean on that, quite frankly, we should do better with.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
So, like I said, these are 10 verbal crutches that we need to let go of.
All right.
That we just straight up need to let go of. And there's actually a handful of different categories that we have here. And they start with the filler words and sounds.
I got what I want to add.
What you got there, Miles?
What?
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 I think little John trademarked.
That good point.
They start with ah, and These are vocal tics used when unsure what to say next, but they can make you sound hesitant.
You can sound hesitant, but I think it's all context. Where were you last night? You're about to lie. In other words, hey man, what's the name of that guy down the hall? I don't remember.
Well,
right? And I feel like everyone does that, and it's such a natural. And one thing they found with the uhs and ums, almost no matter what language you speak, that's the sound you make when you're trying to connect your two thoughts.
Yeah, sure. Some people repeat
Portuguese, you can click.
To kill time. What's the state capital of Kentucky? What is the state capital of Kentucky? And just stolen.
One thing that I have found, especially working here, is that that's how a handful of people kind of alert whoever it is that they're talking to that they're not done telling their story. They're not done finishing their thought.
Right.
Then they'll go to the next one.
Exactly.
Well, we're sitting here thinking, just finish your thought. we can be done there.
I was just thinking about being in an interrogation. Where was I Friday night?
No, which Friday night are we talking?
Yeah, what time?
This one I feel like came around during my childhood.
AM or PM.
But the word like. This is one of the most common filler words, particularly in informal speech. Again,
he was like, she was like,
right.
They were like.
And the teacher would say, it's not like anything.
Right.
It's tough, and it's definitely an American thing, too.
That one confounded my dad for a long time, and it actually made me scared to use the phrase.
Yeah.
To use the filler word.
Fear works.
Everything's like.
I know.
It's like, okay. As I just said it there. You know. This
Sure.
phrase is often used to seek validation, but it can disrupt the flow of conversation.
I don't know if it disrupts the flow. It's just such a quick aside, and everyone knows what you mean and what your
Yeah.
intent is. It just moves forward.
You know, it's much more comfortable to wear a sweatshirt without a T-shirt underneath it.
You know?
I think it's creepy, know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying? Yeah.
My only problem with is it also tends to be used by a guy that is saying something that is his opinion, that he just wants to make sure that you agree with him.
Sure.
Even though you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Such and such and such a thing, Yeah, bud.
Scottish beavers are superior, you know?
Yeah. Great white sharks actually are the greatest white sharks out there, Okay.
I had to dodge a couple of those on last Sunday. Just like not getting into it.
Right. We're at a football game.
Right.
Damn it. Filler phrases and cliches. Again, these are 10 verbal crutches that we need to let go of. At the end of the day, there's a filler phrase that doesn't add substance to the conclusion. It does signal that you're making your last point.
But I feel like a lot of times, because you're bypassing, belaboring the point you're already making.
Yeah.
Right, so you hear it on sports shows all the time. So, what went wrong with this team? This happened. They didn't see that. I'm going to sum it up by saying, at the end of the day, you need to execute. In other words, I could go on for 20 minutes. I'm bringing it to a conclusion.
Sure.
Right. It's like the argument of like, did the best team win? Blah blah blah. And it's eventually somebody's going to say, well, look, at the end of the day, they scored more points.
Right. We can talk about this forever, or I can sum it up. I'm okay with that one.
Due to the fact that,
if you mean it.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
You don't hear that one that
Well,
often.
sometimes it's unnecessary. So it's just someone's telling a story, and I don't know, maybe they got in a car wreck, So due to the fact that it was raining, they slipped. We get it. Just
my cousin got called out when he was living with us. He kept saying for the mere fact.
For the mere fact.
The mere fact. The mere fact that.
That would, for some reason, that would drive me crazy.
Going. So eventually we just started calling him out like Miles did VD in the car.
Yep.
Outstanding. In a field. That said, or having said that, these phrases can be used to transition, but overuse can make you sound lazy or indirect.
I feel like that's a transition phrase.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. It is what it is. This phrase can imply a lack of optimism or a feeling of helplessness.
I say that a lot, but typically, I feel like I'm interpreting that you feel something is hopeless, or you're trying to minimize someone freaking out about something that's not worth it. Right,
Yeah.
so the boss can come down and they can tell you something that pisses you off, and we all get angry about it, blah, blah, blah. Man, it is what it is. And
Also,
you're telling them, just, let's back down, let's relax.
Sometimes it's beyond your control.
Exactly. You bitch about the rain. Like, dude, it is what it is.
It's also if people don't want to talk about whatever it is, what's going on. It is what it is.
It depends what the context is. Agree.
Right.
And I'm with you. I'm with Thrill. Sometimes like you get in a circle of talking about like fired up about something.
Right.
Or going back and forth with somebody, just like, look, it is what it is.
And
Right.
if you say
gonna
calm down, they're
Right.
going to get pissed. You say, hey, man, it is what it is. But I like to do it where I'll take a sip of a stranger's beer. Like, what are you doing? Well, hey, it is what it is.
Right. Mike, have you got anything to say about the decision that
I'm
we
gonna eat your
made?
fries.
It is what it
It
is.
is.
That means I'm going to try to keep myself from getting in trouble
But
here.
they know your opinion.
Yeah, they do.
They understand your opinion.
They don't
Right, you
care
can't
about
be
it.
like, it absolutely sucks.
Right.
I think you're a douche.
Right.
I'm saying,
I think you're an idiot.
it is what it is.
Thinking outside the box. This is an overused cliche that can be replaced with more significant language.
Well,
I feel
people-
like that's more corporate speak.
I do too.
And they rarely mean it. Because when you think outside of the box, they freak out.
Correct.
That's not how we do things. I'm doing exactly what you asked me to do.
I did see a funny meme, though, of a guy, he's like leaning in on his boss's casket. Who's thinking outside the box now?
Damn.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
A little dark, but
That's funny.
it was just a meme.
You all right, though, Steve? Meaningless intensifiers and modifiers. Really. As in, it's really cold. Cold is a definitive state, so really is often unnecessary and redundant.
I know what they mean, but like 30 degrees, you say it's cold. If it's 10 degrees, I say it's really. You're putting emphasis on your impression of a situation. Like, you're really ugly. I can say you're ugly, and you are, but like you're really ugly. Like you disturb me.
She's hot. She's really hot.
I will double the word. So, like, it's cold. I mean, cold.
I do.
Right. Right? Or, like, I always remember it's like.
But Ted is also the voice of Little Caesars. Just keep that in mind.
Right, or like, remember being like when you're talking about girls, like, do you like her? Do you like her?
Yeah.
Right. I think they're taking kind of a Dead Poet Society approach to it. You could say it's cold, or you could say it's really cold, or you could say it's frigid.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
You know?
And then I'll
you can
stop
say
talking
it's colder
to
than a witch's. Right. I can't even say it on the air.
Right.
So I'm
I've
going to
heard
say
it
it's
was-
really cold.
It's colder than
And
a
who put
witch's
their-
brass tees face down in the snow. I'm
Yeah.
like,
But that
damn.
doesn't make any sense to me. Who grabbed a witch's boobs and said, these
I
are
would.
freezing cold?
I would.
When did this happen? What story did I not read? What movie did I not see?
The director's cut of Wizard of Oz.
I was going to say.
Her and the Tin Man. He's like, whoa.
Who grabbed a handful and went, boy, oh boy, these are cold.
My dad always said it's colder than a well digger's ass.
Damn.
Stick with the witch's tees, dude. Don't make it weird.
Was the Tin Man, he didn't have heart?
He didn't have a heart, but he had hands.
Yeah, quite. He would be the one hooking up with the witch.
You know what's
he didn't
funny?
love her.
Do witches have hard?
When he was saying,
Tin Man's rod.
when Dorothy first saw the Tin Man, it's one of the things most people don't know about Wizard of Oz. Right? He was saying oral. And she totally screwed it up.
Is that because they fly on a broom, maybe?
Yes.
It's cold up there?
Because they fly on a broom in the stratosphere.
She doesn't
And
hands
it's
free.
cold up there.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
yeah.
what it is.
You think about her writing the
But
message
it could
up
be
there.
her
Like,
ears.
it's cold up
it
there,
could be her
dude.
ears. Could be her nose. Maybe she's not wearing gloves. Or it's her hands.
I just know they're cold.
Just her boobs.
Actually or literally. Again, these are meaningless intensifiers and modifiers as far as verbal crutches that we need to let go of. These words are frequently used as verbal placeholders when they don't accurately describe the situation. Actually, literally. Also, can we start getting a little bit more... Can we tighten down literally?
Tighten down literally
Yes.
so it can keep it... Because now literally is becoming figuratively.
Yes.
I was literally dying. Like, Jesus Christ, you were not dying.
Right.
You were in line for 2 hours. You were not literally dying. You were just stuck in a place for more time than you wanted to spend.
Right.
I was literally starving to death. Okay, you from the Sudan or were you at Olive Garden?
Yeah, again, if you're a teenager, or, yeah, that's about it. I'll take it from. But I'm with
Sure.
you. As an adult, I'm with you. That one drives me up a wall.
Basically, this is often used as a way to signal that you're about to summarize, but it can be replaced with just a direct statement.
Yeah, but sometimes you just want to give a quick qualifier before you make your statement. And I think we do that so you don't come off as a douche sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, so you say basically people understand your position, and then you can say what you're going to say after that.
Or maybe somebody doesn't understand what you're talking about.
Basically.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Keeping it basic is just stupid.
Or they ask you 100 questions, right? I'm sure we've all been in this conversation, not in a bad way, but somebody just doesn't know the show, this and that. And I go, basically, it's like Seinfeld. It's about nothing. We're just four dudes BSing.
Right.
By the way, what I do find that weird. Anytime, oh man, we do a talk show. First question is always, what do you guys talk about? Whatever hits us that time, man. You don't talk sports? Well, sometimes sports call up.
Right.
You don't talk politics? Never.
No.
What about, like, a little bit of everything,
No,
man.
we talk about hoodies without T-shirts and Scottish beavers.
And do witches really have cold breasts? I mean, these are the things
And
we...
who felt those breasts?
Yeah.
The Tin Man.
That's what I want to know.
We said the Tin Man.
I'm more interested in the guy that copped that feel and said, Jesus Christ, woman, these are freezing cold.
Do they address it in
Because
Wicked?
I've never had that before.
Maybe it's addressed in Wicked.
And why is it just a witch?
Because they have the coldest tees of all.
They're the ones up there on the brooms. What else is up there in the sky?
No, if I grab Dracula, he's dead. If I grabbed his breasts,
Well, yeah.
they're cold.
You don't know that, though.
But you don't know if they're
He's
colder
been dead
than
for
a
100
witch's.
years.
Yeah, but women he still gets laid. I just, and look, I don't know.
He
but
does.
Cold penis does not sound like I've never seen that on a porn tab, you know?
What if Dracula has moves?
Cold.
Cold, ice cold penis.
It just starts with a dude in an ice pack. You just wait there, baby.
That's going to be my wrestling name. Ice cold penis.
He's back.
Hedging in weak language is their last section here. Maybe, I guess, and I suppose. These words can soften a statement, but they can also make you sound uncertain.
About what you said.
Yeah.
That's when some people say 100%. I go, I get 68% on that, man. I don't agree with you completely.
And to me, when you say I guess, I will listen to you talk, but I don't necessarily agree, but I don't feel like arguing.
I say 100% a ton.
Yes, you
Because
do.
they're a goddamn liar.
You
got
say
me
it
on
about
it.
60% of the time.
Well, generally, I'm trying to agree with somebody.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right?
And
then
if I
I'll-
don't agree with what you're saying, I'll get 43%.
And then I'll leave you with this last verbal crutch that we need to let go of. Well, this can be used to start a thought, but it can also sound hesitant or tentative. I do it all the time. Well,
Everyone I know does.
Right.
At least in my
Just
life.
making an obscure noise like, ah! Horse pucky.
A massage parlor in Michigan was just busted, and you won't believe why,
I
Miles.
bet I do know why.
No, they had a sign, but I'll tell you about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming in at 5:50. In the meantime, we made it to the weekend and drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve and Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
By the way, according to our friends on YouTube here, Dracula definitely had moobs. Little known fact about Dracula. He was very self-conscious
Look at your
about it. Stop looking at my moves. He was self-conscious.
Two moves.
You want to go to the movies? I'm in the movies. Today we toast another.
Action.
Today we toast an unidentified man from Mother Russia. Now look, there's 6 weeks left in 2025, and just under the wire, we may have found the dumbest husband of the year. So this actually happened in April, but the cops in Central Russia, they just shared the details. So, as the story goes, this man's wife called the police and said that her Toyota Corolla had been stolen. Then she called back later to say that they had, in fact, found it, but it was abandoned. Cops checked it out, and they found all kinds of signs of crime. There's forced entry, including a damaged ignition switch, and they didn't get suspicious about it until they started talking to the husband. The details just didn't add up. And eventually, they came to this conclusion, which was then proven true when he admitted that he had staged the whole thing. So you might think, well, it's insurance fraud or something like that. No, he faked this because he didn't want to be dragged along to go shopping with his wife. Wow.
All right.
A lot of us don't, man. I get it, but don't destroy your own vehicle. But I love that movie. Like, baby, listen, I wanted to go shopping. You know this, especially around Christmas time, because there's no more fun time to shop. But a car is gone. I don't know what happened to the car, baby.
It might be that he did not want to drive her someplace to spend all that money, and that's the only car they had. So for me, it's not only did he not want to go, he did not want her to be there and be able to spend the money and shop.
No matter what the answer is, Miles.
It's brilliant.
I understand. That's my thoughts.
I'm just like, he saved money.
Brother, I get it.
Whatever the ticket is, it was cheaper than her going shopping.
Guaranteed. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola bichola. I should drink this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your winner on a Bad Choice Friday coming up next.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you had a productive week and are planning a positive weekend ahead.
You got any plans this weekend, Playboy?
Well, actually, my lovely wife procured tickets to the annual Four Lip Festival.
Do you mean the Tulip Festival?
I wish I did, but no. I'm going to the Four Lip Festival.
What is the Four Lip Festival?
It's like the Tulip Festival, but twice as boring.
It could have been the One Lip Festival. Only half as interesting.
Four lip, one lip. I will be at the festival one way or another.
You sound very excited, man.
The tone in my voice right now, this tone is exactly how excited I am. But before the Four Lip Festival, let's review the week that was.
where we make corrections to or apologize for any mistakes or misstatements that have been made on this program.
Man, who keeps track of all this stuff anyway?
Sometimes it's our viewers expressing concerns, but mostly it's Dolores in HR.
Dolores in HR, Commissioner of the Fun Police.
No comment. First, I wanted to address a statement made earlier this week about the military conflict that broke out between the countries of Algonia and Salvanistan.
Yeah, man, that is sad stuff.
Agreed. War is always a sad result. But you suggested that the Prime Minister of Algonia threatened to attack Salvanistan with disco performers.
Yeah, I think that's weird too, man, but that's what he said.
He said no such thing, Felix.
The Prime Minister of Algonia said he would attack Salvanistan with Shaka Khan, a noted and highly respected disco diva.
The Prime Minister of Algonia did not say he was going to attack Salvanistan with Shaka Khan. The Prime Minister said he would attack with shock and awe.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense, man. I don't want to say nothing, but I was like, man, what's Shaka Khan going to do?
It's my personal belief that Shaka Khan would have achieved nothing. Lovely voice, but I'm unaware of any combat skills. And Felix, before you even asked, no, Shaka Khan did not beat up Mr. Spock. That was a character named only Khan from the Star Trek franchise.
There was also Shere Khan from the Jungle Book.
Kublai Khan, the 13th century Chinese emperor.
His grandfather, Genghis Khan.
And Jacksonville Jaguars owner, Shahid Khan.
I feel bad for that man.
How can you not? But we digress. Another correction from the week that was involves Felix's instructional CPR videos that aired earlier.
I put a lot of time and effort into that video, man.
The video itself was fine. Actually, Felix, it was very well educated, and I'm not going to lie, both me and my lovely wife took notes and plan on attempting your CPR this weekend.
After the Four Lip Festival.
Thank you, Felix. Yes, after the Four Lip Festival.
Just follow my instructions in the video and you will not be disappointed, man.
I don't expect to be.
Then what was the problem with my CPR video?
When we promoted and broadcast your CPR instructional video, the overwhelming majority of our audience were expecting it to be related to rendering first aid.
What? That's crazy, man.
Not really, Felix. Most people equate CPR with cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
No, man, no. My CPR video was about my recipe for creamy portobello risotto.
And again, your preparation was inspiring.
Thank you.
But it was not all what people were anticipating.
Actually, we just got an email from one of our viewers who watched Felix's CPR video.
Please share.
This email is from Beatrice in Lexington, Kentucky. She admits that she didn't expect a CPR instructional video to feature risotto preparation, but she and her husband watched it anyway. They even followed along with the recipe.
And
she says that the risotto not only turned out really well, but it was some of the best risotto she's eaten.
Thank you, Beatrice in Lexington.
Her email continues. Because of the copious amounts of butter in your recipe, my husband suffered a heart attack. I couldn't help my husband because I never learned how to do CPR.
I think we should go to break.
Agreed. Thank you for joining us for the week that was. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter.
Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey man, this is your fault.
Jam on! Hooray! National Drummers Day is tomorrow. We celebrate today on a Bad Choice Friday. Phil Collins in studio, taking on Night Ranger and Sister Christian. Mike, how was the voting?
It was, as Ted said, it was kind of back and forth there for a hot minute, but at some point somebody's got to pull ahead. And as much as we did enjoy Ted doing a little bit of dancing, we will be motoring for a Bad Choice Friday.
Welcome to the weekend. You are listening to Men's Room, 99.9 KISW, Seattle. Time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got the Jimmys,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The Title H guys have teams of talented writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
The New York Times published a profile on 3 people who are in romantic relationships with AI chatbots.
Oh, my goodness.
It's heartbreaking. I know. I had a girlfriend in college who left me for Jeeves.
Fallon.
Ted Smith.
Seth Meyers.
The New York Times last week published a profile on 3 people who are in romantic relationships with AI chatbots. It's heartbreaking, and I know. I had a girlfriend in college who left me for Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves was like a search engine people could use.
I was going to ask you, but I
actually remember that, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of popular there for a minute.
It was.
There's
Wasn't
a lot
it one
of
of the first, or maybe the second?
I feel like Yahoo was the first.
But they gave Jeeves like a personalized name. That was kind
Correct.
of the sales pitch, right?
Yeah, and Google showed up. 44-year-old man in Florida was arrested after opening fire on 3 others outside on an argument outside a bar over how many eggs a chicken can lay. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but sadly, we still don't know the answer.
The Ted Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
I actually had that story set aside for us seriously.
Oh.
That's fine, but like I read that and I'm like, you open fire on people over this argument.
Does anybody know the answer?
I don't know the answer, but my understanding was he is a farmer, or at least a chicken farmer. He knew the other 3 people. They're trying to do some kind of sale, and they're trying to tell him, like, you're giving us too few eggs because chickens can lay more than that. Or they're saying you owe us more eggs because chickens can lay more than that. Either way.
All right, so at least there was some.
There's some kind of business thing
I mean,
about it.
not to that level.
Yes.
Good news, Miles. The new Doritos and Cheetos with no artificial dyes are hitting shelves. Don't get too excited, though. All they did was hire a guy to lick off the dust.
Fallon.
Colbert.
Fallon.
The new Doritos and Cheetos with no artificial dyes are about to hit shelves.
Yeah.
Don't get too excited. All they did was hire a guy to lick the dust off.
Miles asked me about them yesterday. I was like, I hadn't seen them.
They're not out till December 1st.
All right.
That's why.
A Manhattan apartment was listed for $120 million. Apparently, it's got a washer dryer.
Seth.
Colbert.
That's Seth.
A Manhattan apartment was recently listed for $128 million. Apparently, it's got a washer dryer.
My sister-in-law, she's closing on a place in Manhattan now.
All right.
She is, I think she's your age, 42. I think, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the one you went to and saw in New York,
Yeah.
right? So
still think we scared
she
her.
owns her own company. And aside from owning her own company, she is the assistant CFO of Major League Soccer. Her place is like $560,000. It is 1 bedroom.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, 1 bathroom.
Yeah.
The kitchen is, my God, it's like the size of a tiny closet. Like, she's very excited. I'm excited for her. But I'm like, you own your own company, all right? You are the assistant CFO of Major League Soccer. You travel around the world all the time. You live in Manhattan. That's what you can afford. She's like, yep. Like, damn. Damn.
She spent one night out with me and my buddy and was like, what happened?
It smelled like weed. That's what she told me.
Is that right?
That was her response.
Well, this was before weed was legal everywhere. We might have flown some over. I remember we went to a bar in Hell's Kitchen. The guy's like, I can't let you in, man. You smell like weed. And my buddy goes, do you want the other half of the blunt? And he's like, get in there.
Is that right?
Jesus. Smoking in the Bronx outside of Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
We were in a neighborhood. That was the only time I got a little sketch. The Bronx is still the Bronx.
It's the Bronx, brother.
And we're walking through this park smoking. And I just he was mixed. I stuck out.
Yeah.
And like I just hear him at one point kind of nonchalantly go, no, man, he cool. He was me. I was like, what was it? He goes, just keep walking.
Just keep walking.
Walk fast.
Speaking of the Bronx, as we talked about a little bit yesterday, Cal Raleigh did not win the AL MVP.
Correct.
So we're the Men's Room. We're a show here in Seattle. I simply put out a tweet on the Men's Room account. Thought he should be the MVP. And then last night I said,
you put that on the Men's Room account?
I did too. They found us there too.
Jesus.
But on my personal account, I called it a travesty. I woke up this morning, 62,000 people have read that tweet. I had 100 replies. or 200 replies.
Did they like you?
No.
Did
anyone
like
support you?
So a few Seattle people did. There was a couple people that were just like, "You're right." Like it's
But
just such a
overwhelmingly-
historic year. But it's just Yankee fans and they're pissed. But I didn't tag the Yankees or anything.
Sure.
So I don't know how they all found it, but I've all come to realize, like, I figured they'd make fun of my looks. Really, they harped on the bald thing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How does a guy without hair know baseball? I mean, where's the argument there?
People were just like, "You're bald."
You got me. Zap. Jesus.
A couple people hit me with typical liberal. And like I was like, all right, because I'm from Seattle.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
I
Like,
don't know
there's
the
a lot of
politics plays
There's a
into.
lot of athletes that have politics I may or may not agree with. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. I watch the guy to play the sport.
What's a crap Brewer know about baseball?
Yeah,
Get that one?
I know. Miles,
Just suck on some rain,
It was
bitch.
unreal. And the people were like, "Rage bait, hun." It's like, I was like, "You guys found me. I did not tag the Yankees in this." Yeah, same thing. Our men's room one's still getting them. LOL, you guys don't know ball. Like this and that.
I bet we'll get some calls today.
Hopefully.
Tomorrow.
Well, sure. Listen to the show.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to tag like the YouTube channel. House of Con would be like, "Yeah, listen, jackasses, at least I get paid to talk."
Yeah, exactly.
But either way, and look, Aaron Judge had a great year.
And he still won the MVP no
I-
matter what you say.
I just think it's impressive that a catcher every day. Apparently, people don't agree with that stat. but
Sure.
he's calling ball games. He's the catcher. He switch hits. Like very historic year.
But not good enough.
Not good enough. Yeah, they're still mad about it.
Bald bitch.
I know. Bald.
I know.
Yeah, I know. All right. Thanksgiving's around the corner. It's been 52 years since Charlie Brown Thanksgiving was released. You've probably seen it. I was going to say, Thrill hit me to one of the coolest facts about Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving.
You don't have to believe me. Just watch it and tell me I'm wrong.
Correct. You want to tell him the fact?
Look, man, Charlie Brown might come off as, I believe they call him a blockhead most of the time.
Yeah.
But apparently, Homeboy's got some cred in the black community. All right. So he's got one black friend, as you all do, I'm sure. Franklin, right?
Yeah.
And Charlie Brown invites everyone that we know to be the Peanuts gang over to his house for Thanksgiving. And he and Linus, I believe, are the ones greeting people at the door.
Correct.
He greets Peppermint Patty. He greets Marcy. He greets, oh, Christ. I mean, Lucy. Everybody. Franklin comes rolling up, all right? They don't say a word to each other. The high five. And I'm like, my man. My man.
So I had never.
What's for dinner tonight? A jive turkey?
I had never noticed it. I don't know if you guys remember, but years ago we were in Baltimore. We were drinking at some bar and it was on, and you were like, "Watch," and I was like, "Holy S, you're right."
It's so cool, though. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, Franklin. I guess it's like a young version of Samuel L. Jackson. My man.
But Pigpen under the psych.
Right.
I'm not checking your hand.
Well, here's some just kind of interesting facts about it. The 1973 special. As usual, with Peanuts, no adults were shown. But this was the first Peanuts special to have an adult voice. Usually they're just womp, 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 womp.
Did they speak? I don't remember.
Which is what kids hear anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was Vince Giardi singing Little Birdie.
Oh, okay. Yes. There
He's
was
the
an
guy that
adult
wrote,
voice.
he,
but-
he wrote all the music.
Right. He's the jazz pianist who composed all the Peanuts music that you know and love.
Speaking of adult voices, just a quick side note. My brother called me yesterday. He's coming into town next month. All right. So he's doing the Hawks-Colts game. This is not on good authority. He just said, look, there's a strong possibility that this game gets flexed to the Sunday night game because as it stands right now, they're both the number one seed in their respective conferences, right? I'm like, that's pretty cool. He's like, yeah. And I said, hey, man, your nephew, my son, he wants to talk to you. So I hear my son get on the phone with him. He's like, hey, Uncle Adrian. And they're going back. He's like, I'm good. It's like, it's too bad you can't be here for career day at my school because the kids in my class would lose their mind. And my kid was being dead serious. He follows it up with, don't talk about the rocket science stuff. Nobody cares. Like,
I know, that is amazing. He works at NASA.
Doesn't care. Does not care.
You don't think that somebody in that class would care?
Not enough.
I would.
I
would care about both.
Sure.
But let's be honest. If we ever interview him, we're just going to ask about football, too.
I'm not asking him a single thing about rockets.
Right.
I'm going to come up with a complete list of rocket questions.
There you go.
Let's see. So the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, Lucy's only in the opening scene.
Is that it?
I guess so.
All right.
Again, these are fun facts. You can when you're rewatching it, check it out. Let's see. The actors who voiced Lucy and Charlie Brown are still in touch. They went to high school together, and they're Facebook friends.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are they now? They got to be, what, like 60s?
Well, 1973, 70s, 80s?
Well, I think...
Came out in 73.
They
So if
sound
you were-
like children in it.
Right, so if you're a kid in
All right.
73,
Okay, yeah.
that makes
All
sense.
right, maybe in your 60s.
There's a spinoff inspired by Linus's speech about the Pilgrim's first Thanksgiving. It's called The Mayflower Voyagers. This is America Charlie Brown miniseries.
Miniseries?
Yeah, that's over my head.
I just remember Linus got shut down at the dining room table. They're talking about Thanksgiving, and of course Linus being like, that's the day of the Pilgrims, blah, blah, blah. Peppermint Patty's like, yeah, that's not it at all.
One of the producers had an issue with Woodstock committing bird cannibalism, but Charles Schultz insisted that Woodstock joined Snoopy in carving and eating the turkey.
That's what they're worried about.
Yeah.
Bird cannibalism. Huh?
You got to worry about
Well,
something.
Look, we saw a bird fly into the side of the building.
Right.
It was a pigeon. It just couldn't see sunny day, couldn't see the reflection. Boom, drops. Next thing we know, man, how many seagulls
Like 3
are
seagulls.
ripping that thing apart?
I mean,
So in
ripping
real
it apart.
nature,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they eat each other.
Well, yeah.
Just not the smaller one normally.
I mean,
eating the big
humans tend to. Generally, we don't eat other
people, primates.
I would say like primates, but there is areas where people
They
eat
do.
primates,
Sure.
right? Like even like I like that show Meat Eater, right? And that guy hunts and fishes for anything. And I want to say he was in South America and they were hunting with like a local tribe, like small monkeys. And even he was like,
I feel weird.
I feel weird because it's so close to us.
Yeah.
But most animals, like fish, is a big category. A lot of fish eat other fish.
Lions will eat the offspring, like the male lion, if it takes over the pride, will eat the cubs that the original head of the pride had birthed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first thing they do is eat the cubs.
You know, you have hot lunch, and typically if you don't like something, you either trade or just give it to your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving, close to it, we would do a Thanksgiving dinner.
All right.
Lunch style in the cafeteria.
Yeah, yeah.
At our elementary school. And my buddy Robbie, he's the one who had the pet turkey.
All right.
Okay. He would give
Goober.
you his Goober, yes.
Yeah.
He would give you his turkey to eat.
Oh, he couldn't bring himself
didn't
to
wanna-
eat it?
He didn't want to eat it. But he would watch you eat it, and he would look at you like you were the worst person on this planet. Like you were the devil.
He couldn't bring himself to eat turkey.
I'm telling you, that turkey was his best friend. It was a pet turkey.
But you're not eating Goober. You're eating some nameless turkey.
I know that.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it, right? Like, I don't mind, right? If I meet a cow and then I show up to your house and you're like, hey, we butchered it, we're eating it, cool. But,
Cool.
well, I mean, that rooster I had to get rid of was Joey. He's
Did you eat that?
I didn't eat him that night, but he's recently been turned into soup.
Oh,
it's a rooster.
Some
Could-
jokes.
I guess you can eat a rooster. They're fine.
It's a little bit tougher. That's
Okay,
why
right.
that's why he's in a soup.
I
And
was
we
gonna
didn't
say-
we didn't smoke him with the other chicken wings. I mean, it was just a domination of chickens that weekend.
Yeah.
Also, you know, with Veterans Day and everything this week, I've been watching a lot of war stuff. It is wild. I watched another show last night. Like, you think about snipers and spying.
Okay.
The amount of spying that went on in the Civil War is wild. But it's weird because, like, for our side, you love both those people.
Sure.
But the other side's always doing it too.
Of course.
Yeah. And then I found out that Liverpool, England, massive supporter of the Confederacism.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They had boats and everything. Well, they needed the cotton.
Makes
So they
sense.
basically were like, hey, cool.
Economics, man.
We'll build you boats and everything else. But like, yeah, there's a whole like thing over there. I was like, Liverpool, huh? All right. Gives you another reason not to like the soccer club.
Well, cotton helps you breathe.
All right, let's see. The weather's just beautiful. So you're probably going to be inside a little bit this weekend. Good news. A lot of sports on. I want to say the Huskies are playing Saturday at 4. I think the Cougs are on at 7:30. They're fighting for their lives down there, let's be honest. But a couple big college football games. I want to say Texas, Georgia is like 4:30
Okay.
Saturday. But the main thing is Seahawks are rolling.
I think Oregon plays tonight.
Oregon does play tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. Seahawks are rolling. That's a massive, massive game. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been this excited about a regular season game in a long time.
And there's a reason for that.
Correct. And I think it's time for Sam Darnold. Like, you know, last year, the end of the season wasn't great in the playoffs. A lot of people think he can't handle the pressure. I hope he goes out there and just dominates. It looks
Sure.
great. But that's Sunday. That's a 1 o'clock game. Sunday Night Football is going to be the Eagles and the Lions. And then, other than that, man, enjoy your weekend. Watch some sports. Get in there.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you had a productive week and are planning a positive weekend ahead.
You got any plans this weekend, Playboy?
Well, actually, my lovely wife procured tickets to the annual Four Lip Festival.
Do you mean the Tulip Festival?
I wish I did, but no. I'm going to the Four Lip Festival.
What is the Four Lip Festival?
It's like the Tulip Festival, but twice as boring.
It could have been the One Lip Festival, only half as interesting.
Four lip, one lip. I will be at the festival one way or another.
You sound very excited, man.
The tone in my voice right now, this tone is exactly how excited I am. But before the Four Lip Festival, let's review the week that was, where we make corrections to or apologize for any mistakes or misstatements that have been made on this program.
Man, who keeps track of all this stuff anyway?
Sometimes it's our viewers expressing concerns, but mostly it's Dolores in HR.
Dolores in HR, Commissioner of the Fun Police.
No comment. First, I wanted to address a statement made earlier this week about the military conflict that broke out between the countries of Algonia and Salvanistan.
Yeah, man, that is sad stuff.
Agreed. War is always a sad result. But you suggested that the Prime Minister of Algonia threatened to attack Salvanistan with disco performers.
Yeah, I think that's weird too, man, but that's what he said.
He said no such thing, Felix.
The Prime Minister of Algonia said he would attack Salvanistan with Chaka Khan, a noted and highly respected disco diva.
The Prime Minister of Algonia did not say he was going to attack Salvanistan with Chaka Khan. The Prime Minister said he would attack with shock and awe.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense, man. I don't want to say nothing, but I was like, man, what's Chaka Khan going to do?
It's my personal belief that Chaka Khan would have achieved nothing. Lovely voice, but I'm unaware of any combat skills. And Felix, before you even asked, no, Chaka Khan did not beat up Mr. Spock. That was a character named only Khan from the Star Trek franchise.
There was also Shere Khan from the Jungle Book.
Kublai Khan, the 13th century Chinese emperor.
His grandfather, Genghis Khan.
And Jacksonville Jaguars owner, Shahid Khan.
I feel bad for that man.
How can you not? But we digress. Another correction from the week that was involves Felix's instructional CPR videos that aired earlier.
I put a lot of time and effort into that video, man.
The video itself was fine. Actually, Felix, it was very well educated, and I'm not going to lie, both me and my lovely wife took notes and plan on attempting your CPR this weekend.
After the Four Lip Festival.
Thank you, Felix. Yes, after the Four Lip Festival.
Just follow my instructions in the video and you would not be disappointed, man.
I don't expect to be.
Then what was the problem with my CPR video?
When we promoted and broadcast your CPR instructional video, the overwhelming majority of our audience were expecting it to be related to rendering first aid.
What? That's crazy, man.
Not really, Felix. Most people equate CPR with cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
No, man. My CPR video was about my recipe for creamy portobello risotto.
And again, your preparation was inspiring.
Thank you.
But it was not all what people were anticipating.
Actually, we just got an email from one of our viewers who watched Felix's CPR video.
Please share.
This email is from Beatrice in Lexington, Kentucky. She admits that she didn't expect a CPR instructional video to feature risotto preparation, but she and her husband watched it anyway. They even followed along with the recipe.
And
she says that the risotto not only turned out really well, but it was some of the best risotto she's eaten.
Thank you, Beatrice in Lexington.
Her email continues. Because of the copious amounts of butter in your recipe, my husband suffered a heart attack. I couldn't help my husband because I never learned how to do CPR.
I think we should go to break.
Agreed. Thank you for joining us for the week that was. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on In Action News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, you've heard of goat yoga, but we have a new trend sweeping the nation: tarantula massages. But first, interesting news from the personal care company Duo Lever. They have developed a new non-toxic soap designed specifically to wash out your child's mouth.
Do people still do that, man?
I guess enough people still wash their kids' mouth out with soap that Duo Lever is introducing this new soap, Profanaway.
Profanaway? Come on, man.
Profanaway. They're saying that this soap is a safe and effective way to punish your children should they use profanity.
Man, I wish they had that soap when I was a kid. My mouth got washed out a lot.
I can imagine.
I used to get my mouth washed out with soap a lot, too. What brand of soap did your parents use?
My parents washed my mouth out with whatever soap was on sale. I think Ivory soap was on sale the most.
My parents used Irish Spring a lot. The best was Dove. It kind of tasted like coconut.
What was the first bad word you said they got your mouth washed out, Bonnie?
Well, I can't say the word, but technically it refers to an anus, or an irritating or contemptible person, and begins with the letter A.
Yeah. My first bad word technically means to fornicate with a woman who has a child, and it starts with the letter M.
I think I know the word.
What about you, Playboy? What kind of soap did your parents use in your mouth?
Me? I never had my mouth washed out with soap. I didn't cuss or use profanity.
You never cussed?
No, sir.
Never?
Never,
ever?
Never, no. I did not and do not cuss. I would never need Profanaway.
You never said a bad word, Playboy?
No.
What about when you stub your toe?
No.
What about when you drop your pizza?
No.
What about when you drop your pizza face down?
No.
Fall down the stairs?
No.
Get poked in the eye?
No.
Spill hot coffee in your lap?
No.
Sit on a wet toilet seat?
No.
Hear your girlfriend's husband come home early?
What? No, absolutely not. Look, I just prefer not to use profanity. Cheese and rice. Dagnabbit. Phooey. Baptist preacher. Son of a biscuit.
Mother Francis!
Judas priest. Heavens to Betsy. Mother of pearl. Present. Fraggle rock. Good googly moogly. Philadelphia cheesecake.
Well, sometimes you use bad words.
I do no such thing.
What about when the teleprompter malfunctions?
The teleprompter malfunction is not my fault. I just read what you enter.
But sometimes it goes wrong, and then you cuss. We have the evidence.
Hundreds of people gathered downtown to eat shit. Eat shiitake mushrooms at the annual Mushroom Festival. Oh, God. Doctors are asking people to avoid eating ass. Asparagus during the current recall. Oh, local chef Mario Parmigiani, fresh off his James Beard Award, says the secret to his world-famous deviled eggs is adding a liberal amount of cum. Cumin, adding a liberal amount of cumin to the yolks. A woman is suing her coworker, claiming that every day she makes the office smell like she, quote, took a big old shit.
Damn, Stone.
Shih Tzu. A Shih Tzu.
A dog. The Shih Tzu, man.
See what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Virginia police wonder how 9 criminals all packed into that teeny tiny car. Meanwhile, a baby alligator is rescued from a Boston river. Truly bizarre. Oh, bizarre. Turns out a captain for a Lithuanian airline wasn't really a pilot at all.
Oh, good.
In Texas, TikTok videos themselves doing a urination crawl. And a massage parlor in Texas busted, giving customers a hand. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story. We go to Michigan where the unthinkable happened. Police raided a local massage parlor on reports of some illegal activity going on inside.
Whatever could it be?
Well, before you jump to conclusions, Steve, just know that the local media noted that there is a posted sign inside of the facility that explicitly warns, it says, quote, warning, no sexual.
That means that they do that.
No sexual.
The old Roy Cohn tray.
Yeah.
Playing.
There's a sign and everything. It's right there. It's on the sign. Police raided the establishment and made at least one arrest after learning of alleged sex acts going on inside the parlor.
Uh-huh. Look, it's a massage parlor, right? My assumption is if you put up a sign that says that, like, that's the place that does it.
Is anybody scared to just go to one to get a massage?
Yes.
Yeah, I would hire someone to come to my home or something. Because I feel like if I walk in there, there's going to be some sting, even if you're just getting a massage.
Right.
But the guy down the hall is getting whatever, he's getting the good stuff. Like, somehow you end up in the paper.
Right. I'm just getting my back rubbed, man.
My shoulders are sore.
That would suck. You go in there just to get a massage and there's a sting.
Yeah. Here's a full-on raid of the doggone place.
Right, and like, I don't know, the cop's not going to believe you.
No.
Right. Sure you are, pervert. Get in the car. The town is now up in arms about the situation, given their strong moral values that they hold to.
You know exactly what the hell those things are.
And why is it always the people with high, quote-unquote, moral standards are the one that get busted for everything like that?
Plus the fact that the business was operating near a school, they had a big issue with that as well. As if they were, like, waving the kids in.
Yeah, come on.
One person has been arrested, but authorities are warning the clientele that this is currently an open
You
investigation.
think Robert Kraft goes
and
to
not
Florida and just gets sore?
Yeah, right.
Oh, God, my back. Jeez. Oh,
All
man.
this heat.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Just need a hand.
Yeah.
In other news,
You know we make mayonnaise at Kraft.
That kind of just disappeared, didn't it?
of course it did.
He's a billionaire. I'm sorry, I'm being dumb.
To Virginia, where an interesting theft operation was carried out. Surveillance footage was shared with local media featuring a silver Hyundai sedan backing into a parking space outside of a vape shop. The four doors spring open and 7 people exit the 5-seater car. 5 of them get out of the back seat and 2 of them get out of the front. Then the trunk popped open as well to reveal 2 more suspects, bringing the grand total to 9 masked individuals. They reportedly entered the store and stole smoking accessories, clothing, and designer sneakers, all totaling roughly...
Come on.
So what were they stealing?
Smoking accessories, clothing, and designer sneakers, all totaling roughly $13,000 worth of merchandise.
All right, the shoes make more sense. Because when I first just glanced through that store, I'm like, a vape shop with 9 dudes or 7 dudes? Like,
Yeah.
That seems like a lot
Yeah,
for a
9
vape. Like,
dudes.
how much vape can you get?
Exactly. Authorities say the thieves are still at large and are asking anyone with information to come forward. Like, as much as I don't want to advocate for it, these guys did it right. There was so many of them that they're completely overwhelmed. They can't
Right.
possibly identify any of them because they're all suited up and they're masked up.
I guess the 2 shortest ones are in the trunk.
Yeah.
Well, they couldn't get as much product in the car as they wanted.
That's
Yeah,
the
no
downside.
kidding.
I mean, seriously.
I love that you just take off on foot and then, you got a car waiting on the other, somewhere down the road or something like that.
I think only
but-
one dude had a car, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, pile into Billy's car. Doggone it. The Dallas area has a brand new horde of bandits that the public is bringing attention to. We all made our own brand of mischief in our younger days, and the era of cameras being everywhere, it's forced a little innovation on the next generation. Enter the Piss Bandits.
The what?
Yes. This horde of degenerate youngins have been terrorizing neighborhoods by posting first-person perspective videos onto TikTok and other platforms, urinating in various places in the area.
That's why they don't have outdoor water fountains anymore.
I mean, so are they upset because they're doing this, or they upset that they're look? I don't know their age, but certainly there was an age for me between like 16 and 20, whatever.
Yeah.
They had peed outside. I just didn't record it, but trust me, I peed in your yard.
Right, and I think that's really the only reason that people have an issue with it is because it's been brought to their attention.
You're seeing what people have been doing.
You don't want
in
to
your
think
yard,
about
right?
that.
As
You
long
know,
as you've lived there.
Dogs have to go outside as well. However, if
I'll
you
put that on TikTok.
If you see a dog that's peeing on your house, you're like, come on,
Any
man.
kind of delivery driver. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. In some cases, the targets are centered around rival schools and towns, with acts of vengeance stemming from the coordinated hits. Like there's
Don't
different
tag a rival because it's easier to narrow down who you are.
There's different geographical bandits. Like they have named themselves like I'm the King County Bandit or I'm the Bonnie Lake Bandit.
Put that under dating profile.
Yeah, exactly. And they're hitting all the stuff. There's the Battle of the Bridge down there at my home of Enumclaw, between Enumclaw and White River. Like, I wouldn't put it past those kids. Don't do this. Don't do this. I wouldn't put it past them. For a kid from Enumclaw to run over to White River and just find a target.
I will say,
vice
if that's
versa.
the worst they're going to do, you're living all right.
Especially this time of year, the rain's going to just take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also bloomed a counter-variant score of videos featuring noir-style sleuths at the various crime scenes, attempting to track down the criminals. They're taking evidence. They're looking at what's all going down there. I mean, the kids are having fun with it, is what it is.
Yeah. I'm just picturing a group of dudes sitting out there with binoculars being like, we're going to find him today.
Yeah, right? Look at magnifying glass. I see it here. Of course, the town elders, as I've put them, have the biggest issue with the crime spree. These parents need to take accountability for their children and have a talk with them that this is not a...
If the parents knew they were doing it, it would already be solved.
No, it wouldn't. It would be talked about.
I mean, look, man, my parents took accountability when I got caught. But it's not like I went home and said, guess what I did today?
Most people are finding the humor in it. There are plenty of people that are giving them a hit list, if you will, of things that they need to go and do, which kids are kids. There's a lot more worse things. You're not going to advocate for it, but at the same time,
it's not the worst thing in the world.
Right.
I've had real problems in my life, and that ain't one.
Just don't pee in someone's mailbox slot.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
Oh,
No kidding.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case we'll start with the bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
Over to Boston, where life finds a way. A woman called in a report after she was delayed going into work because a baby gator had caught her attention. Authorities then sought the help of a local animal educator who searched the area to eventually find the young reptile hunkered down in some reeds. He claimed the ensuing cold weather was going to be too much for the gator because they don't live in Boston.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't survive the season, bringing him back to his facility to wait for a game plan from wildlife officials for his next move.
They think there's a few of them in there because they saw a 4-footer, and they're wondering if that is either the babies from that thing from the summer, or someone just dumped a bunch of these things in.
Probably that. Don't some gators, though, if I understand, it's like when there is like a deep freeze in Florida, they're just below the ice. They break their nose out of the top and basically go into hibernation.
Yeah, pretty much. They do. Pretty much.
That's not terrifying.
It's a gator.
But that's 1 or 2 nights.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not like 3
not
months.
Boston.
Yeah.
Men's Room Sports, you got sports on all weekend on the usual channels. If you want college football, college basketball, NBA basketball, hockey, it's all on the usual suspects. Not much local tonight. Kraken are back at it tomorrow at 7 p.m. over on Kong. San Jose is back in town. Let's actually beat the Sharks. And the Seahawks kick off on Sunday at 1 o'clock on Fox against the Rams. As far as your weather, we're going to have bouts of rain in mid-50s all weekend long, boys. So for your headlines of that, have a great weekend. Mike Hawk is out.
Exactly right. Enjoy the weekend. Pick up some Men's Room IPA and the bright yellow can. We'll see you on Monday. Lovely Jolene's coming up next.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this biatch. So until Monday, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.